What if, in the boundless expanse of the universe, there were signs, subtle clues, and messages waiting to be discovered by us? What if something, or someone, had already sent a message to Earth long before we even understood how to listen? What if a visitor from the far reaches of space was approaching, not by chance, but with purpose? In 2017, astronomers spotted an object that no one had anticipated: a visitor from another star system. For centuries, humanity has been gazing into the night sky, wondering if we are alone in the vast, dark universe. We have searched for signs of extraterrestrial life, signals that might hint at the existence of intelligent beings out there, just beyond our reach. And yet, when 3IATLAS made its presence known, it wasn't a signal or a transmission. Instead, it was something physical, something tangible, an object traveling through space at speeds that defied normal expectations. It was the first interstellar object ever observed, a visitor from another star, making its way through our solar system. At first glance, 3IATLAS seemed like a typical asteroid or comet, just another piece of space debris wandering through the cosmos. However, as scientists began to study it more closely, they realized that there was something deeply unusual about it. Its shape wasn't like anything seen before, elongated and cigar-like. It was unlike the round, irregular, or rocky formations typical of asteroids or comets. Its trajectory was even more perplexing. Unlike objects that are bound to our sun's gravitational pull, 3IATLAS was moving so fast that it didn't appear to be tied to our solar system at all. It was merely passing through, traveling on a path set long before it reached us. This high speed indicated that the object didn't belong to our solar system, nor was it captured by the Sunday. Instead, it had come from another star and was merely visiting us on its way through space. But there was another mystery about 3IATLAS: its behavior in the face of the Sunday. Most comets, when they approach a star, develop a tail, as the heat causes the gases and ice on their surfaces to vaporize. Yet 3IATLAS didn't display any tail. In fact, it didn't behave like a typical comet or asteroid at all. It remained remarkably bright and maintained its unusual form even as it passed close to our Sunday. This sparked new questions. Was this simply an anomaly in the natural behavior of space objects, or was something else at play? Astronomers and scientists began to hypothesize about the object's origin. Some speculated that it was a piece of natural cosmic debris, a comet or asteroid from another star system that had been kicked out of its orbit and sent on a journey through the void. Others, however, began to wonder if there was something more to it. Could it be that 3IATLAS wasn't just an ordinary object? Could it be a message or a signal? The idea that an interstellar object might be sent deliberately to make contact with Earth began to seem less far-fetched. After all, if a civilization were technologically advanced enough to send a probe or artifact across the stars, they might choose to do so in the most subtle way imaginable, by sending something that appeared to be just another cosmic wanderer. And yet, even with all the questions surrounding it, 3IATLAS did not bring us any clear answers. Its arrival left us with more uncertainty than certainty, more wonder than explanation. It raised fundamental questions about our place in the universe, and whether we are truly alone or if we are simply unaware of the messages being sent our way. It is in this ambiguity that the mystery deepens. What if this object is not a random piece of cosmic debris, but something designed to be discovered? What if it is a clue from a distant civilization, a piece of a puzzle meant to spark our curiosity and drive us to understand more about the universe around us? What if the object's odd trajectory, its unusual composition, and its silence are all part of a plan, a message that we are not yet ready to understand? In the grand scale of the universe, our solar system is a tiny, isolated speck. Yet, for some reason, an object from far beyond our familiar skies made its way to us. The implications of this are staggering. If 3IATLAS is indeed a deliberate visitor, it raises the question, what could be the purpose of such a visit? Is it a one-time event, a cosmic coincidence, or is it just the beginning of something much larger? Could other objects, far more significant, be on their way to us right now, awaiting their moment of discovery? The discovery of 3IATLAS forces us to confront a fundamental truth. We are only beginning to understand the universe. For centuries, we have wondered if we are alone. We have looked to the stars and searched for signs, but we never expected to find something like 3IATLAS. 3IATLAS. It challenges our preconceived notions of space and time and asks us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about the cosmos. What if we are not alone? What if the universe is not an empty void, but a place teeming with purpose, design, and intelligence? The arrival of 3IATLAS could be the first of many signs, clues that lead us to a deeper understanding of our place in the universe. Perhaps it's not just a passing object, but a messenger from a far-off world, a civilization far more advanced than our own. Or perhaps it is a reminder that we are not as isolated as we think, that we are part of something much larger than we can imagine. As we stand at the edge of this mystery, we must ask ourselves, are we ready for the truth? The universe is vast, full of mysteries and wonders that we may never fully understand. And yet, with each discovery, we are drawn closer to the unknown, to the possibility that we are not alone in the cosmos. The arrival of 3IATLAS is just the beginning. What other secrets are waiting to be uncovered, hidden in the darkness of space? And what if, one day, we finally find the answers we've been searching for? For now, we can only wonder. What if 3IATLAS is more than just a space rock? What if it was sent for us? What if we are on the cusp of discovering something far greater than we ever imagined? The mystery continues to unfold, and in its silence, it invites us to listen, to question, and to explore the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. What if 3IATLAS wasn't the first of its kind? What if, instead of being a lone traveler, it was part of a greater phenomenon, one that could change everything we thought we knew about the universe? Imagine, for a moment, that we are not just isolated in the cosmos, but part of a vast network of civilizations, each sending and receiving messages across the stars. What if the arrival of 3IATLAS was not a coincidence, but the first of many interstellar visitors that will pass through our solar system in the future? The idea of interstellar objects visiting our solar system is not a new one, yet it has always been viewed as a rare, almost impossible event. The vast distances between stars make it difficult for objects to travel from one star system to another, and yet, 3IATLAS changed all that. It showed us that such journeys are not only possible, but may be more common than we realize. If we take this idea further, what does it say about the nature of interstellar space and the possibility of intelligent life beyond our solar system? Astronomers had long speculated about the possibility of objects from other star systems entering our own. Theories about interstellar dust, rogue planets, and even alien spacecraft have circulated for decades. But until 2017, we had no concrete evidence of such objects. Then, 3IATLAS arrived, and everything changed. It passed through our solar system at such high speeds that it was clear it wasn't bound by the sun's gravity, meaning it was not a typical visitor. Instead, it was traveling from somewhere far away, likely from a different star system altogether. This discovery shattered previous assumptions about the nature of interstellar objects and opened the door to new questions and possibilities. One of the most surprising aspects of 3IATLAS's visit is its trajectory. Unlike other objects that are bound by the gravitational pull of the sun, 3IATLAS moved on a hyperbolic path, meaning it was merely passing through. This suggested that it had originated from outside our solar system and was heading back out into interstellar space, never to return. But why did it come here in the first place? Was it merely passing by, or was it sent for a purpose? Some scientists argue that 3IATLAS's peculiar shape and movement might indicate that it is not just a natural object. Its elongated cigar-like form is unlike any asteroid or comet we have encountered in our solar system. Could this be a manufactured object, deliberately crafted for a specific purpose? If so, what was its mission? Was it a message, a probe, or something else entirely? If we allow ourselves to entertain the possibility that 3IATLAS was sent deliberately, we must ask who or what might have sent it. Could it be a form of alien intelligence, deliberately reaching out to us in a way we are only now beginning to understand? Could 3IATLAS be the first of many such objects, part of a larger network of communication between distant civilizations? The notion of interstellar visitors raises questions about the very nature of life in the universe. For centuries, we have looked up at the stars and wondered if we are alone. We've sent our own probes and messages into space, hoping to make contact with any intelligent civilizations that might exist. But what if the answers are already out there, traveling past us in the form of objects like 3I? 3IATLAS. If 3IATLAS was deliberately sent, it could be part of a broader pattern of communication that stretches across the stars. Perhaps this object was not intended to make direct contact with us, but rather to test our ability to detect and understand such visitors. If we are capable of recognizing and responding to these objects, it could signal that we are ready for more direct communication with other civilizations. But why would an advanced civilization send such a subtle, indirect message? One possible explanation is that they are waiting for us to catch up, to recognize the significance of their visits and learn to interpret them. After all, we are still in the early stages of exploring the cosmos. Our technology is limited, and our understanding of space is still evolving. Perhaps 3IATLAS is a kind of cosmic test, a way to gauge whether we are capable of understanding the vast, mysterious universe around us. This raises another fascinating possibility. What if 3IATLAS is not a solitary visitor, but part of a larger trend of interstellar objects entering our solar system? If objects like 3IATLAS are more common than we think, it would suggest that the universe is teeming with activity and movement. Perhaps these objects are part of a natural cycle of cosmic interactions, passing through star systems as they travel across the galaxy. But even if they are part of a natural cycle, their arrival is still significant. They bring with them the potential for new discoveries and a deeper understanding of the universe. It is also worth considering the possibility that 3IATLAS is not alone, but merely the first of many interstellar objects to pass through our solar system. If we look at the data, we see that the object came from the direction of the Lyra constellation, a region of space that may be home to other interstellar objects. It's possible that 3IATLAS was just the first in a series of visitors, each bringing with it new knowledge and insights about the universe. The idea of interstellar visitors opens up a whole new realm of possibilities for the future. As our technology improves, we may be able to detect more objects like 3IATLAS, and perhaps even communicate with them. In the coming decades, we may discover that our solar system is not as isolated as we once thought. Instead, we could be part of a larger network of interstellar communication, with objects passing through our solar system like messages in a bottle, waiting to be discovered. In the end, the arrival of 3IATLAS forces us to confront a fundamental truth. The universe is vast, mysterious, and full of possibilities that we have only just begun to explore. The discovery of this interstellar object opens the door to new questions about the nature of life, the possibilities of communication, and our place in the cosmos. Whether 3IATLAS was a message from an alien civilization, a natural object, or something entirely different, its arrival reminds us that we are not as alone in the universe as we once thought. The mystery of 3IATLAS is just the beginning, and we may one day find that our understanding of the universe is far more interconnected than we ever imagined. What if the surface of 3IATLAS holds the key to understanding its true purpose? What if its material composition, the way it interacts with sunlight, or the elements that make it up, offer clues that go beyond mere scientific curiosity, and instead point towards something far more profound? As we dig deeper into the object's structure, its composition, and the mysteries surrounding its arrival, we are forced to confront the possibility that 3IATLAS might not be just a cosmic wanderer, but an artifact crafted with intent, perhaps a message written in the stars. When astronomers first observed 3IATLAS, they were immediately struck by its unusual shape. The object wasn't spherical or irregular, as is often the case with asteroids, but elongated, resembling a cigar or a needle. This odd shape suggested that the object had undergone some form of unnatural shaping. In the world of space rocks, this was an anomaly. Most objects of similar size are irregular and jagged, a reflection of the chaos of space itself. But 3IATLAS appeared polished, almost too perfect, for something just floating through space without purpose. Could its shape be a clue to its origins? But the mystery doesn't end with its shape. The next intriguing aspect of 3IATLAS was its reflection of sunlight. When a comet or asteroid passes near a star, its surface will typically reflect light in a predictable way, often irregularly, as dust and gas interact with sunlight. However, 3IATLAS did not follow this usual pattern. It remained brightly lit and remarkably consistent in its appearance, without the fainting or flickering that many asteroids and comets exhibit. This unusual brightness led some to propose that the object's surface might not be a simple rock at all. Could it be metallic, made of materials that reflect light in ways we have yet to fully understand? Or perhaps its surface was engineered to behave in such a way, reflecting a kind of craftsmanship not typical of natural space debris? For a time, scientists assumed the object was merely a random visitor, a rock from another star system that had been flung into the cosmos, making its way through our solar system by chance. But as more data came in, the idea that 3IATLAS was merely a stray piece of cosmic junk became harder to accept. Its motion, its brightness, and its shape suggested that it might have been made for a reason, its composition telling us something about its origin. Could it be a fragment of an alien civilization, a message left behind by a species far older and more advanced than our own? The question of 3IATLAS's composition became even more complicated when astronomers noticed that the object was not giving off any significant trace of gas or dust. No typical cometary tail or cometary dust. The absence of a tail is significant because most comets, when they approach a star, begin to release gas and dust from their icy surfaces as they heat up. This process creates the signature trail that gives comets their famous tails. However, 3IATLAS showed no such behavior. It simply passed through the solar system without a hint of vapor or disintegration. This sparked further questions about the object's materials. Was it resistant to the heating effects of the sun? Or was it simply constructed from materials that didn't react the same way as other objects in space? Could its lack of tail be the result of a material choice, one that wouldn't vaporize or emit gas under heat? To further complicate matters, some researchers speculated that 3IATLAS's composition might suggest it was artificial. It's important to remember that we don't have definitive answers on its makeup. Without detailed analysis, scientists could only infer its properties based on the object's motion and the light it reflected. But many proposed that the object could be composed of materials not typically found in nature. It's possible that 3IATLAS is made of alloys or composite materials that we haven't encountered in our own solar system. This opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. If 3IATLAS is a piece of alien technology, what could its composition tell us about the civilization that made it? Could it be made of a substance designed to withstand extreme space travel? Or is it a signal, with its surface designed to catch the attention of a species like ours? One of the most fascinating speculations regarding 3IATLAS's composition is the idea that it might be a probe, deliberately designed to withstand the harsh conditions of space. If this is true, its makeup would likely be far more advanced than anything we have currently created. What could it be gathering? What information could this object be collecting or transmitting? If it were built with such precision and care, it might be intended to relay data back to its creators, whoever they may be, acting as a scout, collecting information as it travels across the cosmos. And if it is a probe, it raises the question, what else has it encountered during its journey through the stars? Alternatively, if 3IATLAS is not a probe, it could still be a deliberate message, a signal designed to catch the attention of intelligent life like ours. Its unusual composition could be part of a larger message, encoded in its form, structure, and reflection of light. If this is the case, the message could be far beyond our ability to decipher with our current understanding of the universe. Perhaps the materials it is made of, its reflective surface, and its behavior in space are all part of a communication designed to reach us, though we may not be ready to understand it yet. As scientists continue to study 3IATLAS, more data will be collected and analyzed. New methods of analyzing distant objects in space, including the study of their material composition, may help us understand more about the true nature of this enigmatic visitor. Perhaps, with time, we will learn the precise makeup of 3IATLAS, and in doing so, uncover the story of where it came from, who made it, and why it traveled to our solar system. But for now, the composition of 3IATLAS remains a mystery, one that may hold the key to unlocking a larger, cosmic puzzle. It may be the first tangible evidence of intelligent life beyond Earth, a message from a far-off civilization that we are only beginning to understand. Its surface, its materials, and its strange behaviors are all part of the riddle, and with each new discovery, we are drawn closer to the possibility that 3IATLAS is not just a stray rock, but something more, a piece of something much larger, something designed to catch our attention and lead us to the unknown. As we continue to unravel the object's composition, we may find ourselves stepping closer to a new era of exploration, one where the mysteries of space, and perhaps the messages of alien civilizations, are within our grasp. The true nature of 3IATLAS may still be shrouded in uncertainty, but it is through this uncertainty that we are reminded of the vastness of the cosmos and the endless possibilities that lie ahead. Perhaps 3IATLAS is not just a physical object, perhaps it is a doorway waiting to be opened. What if we are not the first to wonder if we are alone in the universe? What if, far beyond our understanding, there are other civilizations asking the same question, reaching out to find answers? What if 3IATLAS was not a random object, but rather a messenger, a signal, a hint that we are not alone, that intelligence exists beyond the confines of our Earth? The search for alien intelligence has been one of the most enduring quests in the history of human exploration. For centuries, we have gazed at the stars, asking whether we are the only sentient beings in the universe. Early philosophers, like Aristotle and Copernicus, speculated about the possibility of life on other worlds. In modern times, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI, has grown into a scientific field, using radio telescopes to scan the heavens for signals from other civilizations. Yet, despite all our efforts, we have found no conclusive proof of extraterrestrial intelligence. But what if we are looking for the wrong kind of signal? What if the first sign of alien intelligence is not a radio transmission or a beacon, but an object, one that travels through space, designed to be discovered by civilizations like ours? When we observe 3IATLAS, we are confronted with a fascinating possibility. What if this object was not naturally occurring at all, but instead the product of an intelligent species? It's a thought-provoking idea, but one that begs a deeper question. What defines intelligence? How do we recognize it when we encounter it, especially if it is not in a form we expect? Traditional definitions of intelligence tend to focus on traits like problem-solving, reasoning, and communication. In our search for alien intelligence, we often look for familiar signs. Signals sent in a language we can understand, or technologies that we can relate to. We imagine extraterrestrials might be like us, speaking, building, thinking in ways that we can comprehend. But intelligence may not be confined to what we expect. It could be something far more subtle, something that doesn't present itself in a way we immediately recognize. Take 3IATLAS, for example. Its unusual shape and motion suggest it does not behave like typical objects we've encountered in space. Its speed, trajectory, and lack of expected comet-like behavior could indicate that it was crafted or engineered in a way that we have yet to understand. This, in itself, challenges our definition of intelligence. If the object was designed by an alien intelligence, then perhaps it is not the object itself that is significant, but the message it carries, an intelligence that expresses itself through the very design and trajectory of an object moving across space. But what might that message be? The absence of any obvious communication, no signals, no language, no visual markers, raises the question, is the message encoded in the object's movement, shape, and composition? Could the way 3IATLAS interacts with the sun, or the way it was constructed, be a deliberate attempt to communicate something profound? If so, we might be missing the message because we are not yet able to interpret it. Perhaps the message is not meant to be understood immediately, but to provoke curiosity, to push us to think beyond the boundaries of our current understanding. The idea that intelligence might not necessarily communicate in ways we recognize is not new. Consider the way in which humans communicate. We speak, write, and express ourselves through technology and art, but these are all methods designed for understanding within our own species. If an alien civilization created 3IATLAS, they might not have used any method of communication that we can currently comprehend. Instead, the object's very nature, its structure, its journey, its purpose, might be a form of non-verbal communication that we have yet to decode. Its existence could be the communication itself, a statement about the possibility of intelligence in the universe, one that we are only beginning to realize. If 3IATLAS is indeed a creation of intelligent life, it raises other questions about the nature of such a civilization. What kind of technology would be capable of creating an object that could travel across interstellar space and pass through our solar system without disintegrating or being destroyed by the harsh conditions of space? This suggests a level of technological sophistication far beyond our own. Perhaps the civilization that created 3IATLAS has mastered technologies we can't even imagine, enabling them to design objects that defy our understanding of physics, engineering, and material science. One possibility is that 3IATLAS could be a probe, a kind of spacecraft sent to collect data, to observe, or to communicate with civilizations across the stars. The fact that it traveled through our solar system without releasing any obvious signals or making direct contact suggests that it was not designed for interaction in the traditional sense. Instead, it could have been intended to pass through multiple star systems, collecting data or sending information back to its creators. Its journey through space could be a form of exploration, one that mirrors the missions we send to other planets in our own solar system, only on a much grander, more distant scale. If 3IATLAS is a probe, we might be witnessing the remnants of a larger effort to explore the galaxy. It could be the first of many such probes, scattered across space to gather data from civilizations like ours. In this case, the question arises, what does it mean for us to be the subject of such exploration? Does it suggest that we are part of a larger cosmic community? That our existence has caught the attention of a civilization capable of interstellar travel? Or, perhaps, are we simply one of many species being observed in the vastness of space, each of us part of a grand experiment conducted by intelligence far beyond our own? At the same time, the idea of 3IATLAS being a probe forces us to reconsider our own place in the universe. If alien civilizations are capable of sending probes across the stars, it suggests that we too might one day have the ability to explore distant star systems, to send messages and probes out into the vast unknown. 3IATLAS may serve as a reminder that our journey into the cosmos has only just begun, and that the possibility of discovering intelligent life in the universe is not as far-fetched as we once thought. Yet, even if 3IATLAS is not a probe, it may still represent something far greater than we can understand at this moment. The absence of any clear message or communication may be part of its design, a signal that we are not yet ready to comprehend what it is trying to convey. The very fact that it exists, that it passed through our solar system, is a statement in itself. It challenges us to think beyond the confines of our planet, to question our assumptions about intelligence and the nature of life in the universe. What if 3IATLAS is the first of many such objects, each carrying its own message, its own intelligence? What if the universe is full of these subtle signs, waiting for us to notice them? Could we be on the cusp of discovering a new form of communication, one that transcends language, technology, and even physical form? What if the intelligence we seek is not hidden in radio signals or flashes of light, but in the very structure of the universe itself, encoded in the objects that pass through it? In the end, the mystery of 3IATLAS forces us to confront the question of what intelligence truly island. Is it a spark of awareness, the ability to think and reason, to communicate and create? Or is it something more subtle, something that exists not in the form of words or images, but in the very design and nature of the universe itself? What if the intelligence we are searching for is not waiting for us to find it, but is already here, traveling through space, moving just beyond our reach, waiting for us to see it for what it truly is? What if 3IATLAS wasn't just a stray rock, a cosmic traveler passing through our solar system? What if instead it carried with it the story of where it came from, the civilization that crafted it, or the star system from which it originated? The discovery of 3IATLAS, an interstellar object, has sparked numerous theories about its origins. Was it a random piece of cosmic debris? Or could it be something far more significant, designed and directed across the cosmos for reasons we have yet to understand? When 3IATLAS was first discovered, it seemed like a strange, isolated event. Astronomers had never encountered an object that came from outside our solar system. The object's high speed and unusual trajectory made it clear that it wasn't bound by the sun's gravity, but was instead traveling on a hyperbolic path, coming from a distant star system and heading back into the vast expanse of space. This raised an intriguing question. If 3IATLAS wasn't from our solar system, where did it come from, and what was its purpose? One of the simplest theories suggests that 3IATLAS is nothing more than a natural object, a rogue asteroid or comet that was ejected from its home star system long ago. The universe is filled with objects that are not gravitationally bound to any particular star. These objects are sometimes referred to as rogue asteroids or rogue planets, and they can travel freely through space, passing through other star systems without being held in place by any specific star's gravity. 3I.ATLAS, in this context, could simply be a wanderer, a piece of debris that was flung out of its original orbit and now finds itself passing through our solar system. However, the more scientists studied 3I.ATLAS, the more this theory seemed insufficient to explain the object's strange characteristics. While many space objects are ejected from their home systems, they tend to follow more predictable paths, with irregular orbits and expected physical behaviors. 3I.ATLAS, by contrast, moved in an entirely unexpected way. Its speed was far greater than any object bound by the sun's gravity, and its trajectory seemed to suggest that it was not following a natural, random path, but one that was deliberately set in motion. This raised the possibility that the object was not simply an asteroid or comet, but something intentionally sent across the stars. Could 3I.ATLAS have been deliberately launched from another star system, perhaps by an advanced civilization? This idea brings with it profound questions about the nature of space travel and the potential for interstellar communication. The idea that an alien civilization might have sent a probe, artifact, or message across vast distances of space is a compelling one, and 3I.ATLAS could be the first tangible evidence of such efforts. The object's unusual composition, its lack of a cometary tail, and its perfect shape all suggest that it might not be a natural object at all, but a manufactured one designed with a purpose beyond what we can currently comprehend. If 3I.ATLAS is indeed an artifact of intelligent design, then the question becomes, why was it sent to us? One possibility is that it is a kind of probe, an interstellar exploration vehicle, sent to collect data, to observe, or to communicate with intelligent life in our solar system. Perhaps the object is part of a larger network of exploration tools sent by an advanced civilization to gather information about distant star systems, including our own. If this is the case, 3I.ATLAS could be only the first in a series of probes, each designed to pass through different star systems, collecting information and sending it back to its creators. The absence of any visible communication or signals could suggest that the probe was never intended to make direct contact, but rather to silently gather data as it passed through the stars. Alternatively, 3I.ATLAS could be something even more extraordinary. What if it was not designed to collect data, but to deliver a message? Perhaps the object's very existence is the message itself, a form of non-verbal communication from a distant civilization. Its unusual shape, trajectory, and lack of any obvious sign of disintegration could be a deliberate choice to provoke curiosity and intrigue. The civilization that sent 3I.ATLAS may have known that we would eventually discover it, and perhaps they hoped that our response would be to wonder, to investigate, and to reach out for further understanding. In this scenario, the object's origin becomes less important than the message it is carrying. If 3I.ATLAS is an alien message, it could be the first step in a much larger communication effort, a message that will be followed by more objects, more signals, and eventually, more direct contact. The arrival of 3I.ATLAS could be the beginning of a new chapter in human history, one where we are no longer alone in the universe. The possibilities are endless, and the object's origins could offer the key to unlocking a future of interstellar exploration and communication. Another possible theory about the origins of 3I.ATLAS is that it could have come from an ancient, long-dead star system. The object's unusual trajectory and structure might suggest that it was ejected from its home star system millions or even billions of years ago, before that star system ceased to exist. Perhaps the object was designed or created long before it was launched, and it has been traveling through space for eons, awaiting discovery. In this case, the object would not be part of a living civilization, but rather a remnant, a relic from a time long past, carrying the echoes of an ancient intelligence that once thrived in the distant reaches of space. The idea that 3I.ATLAS could be a remnant of an ancient civilization adds another layer of complexity to the mystery. Could it be that our universe is filled with the remnants of lost civilizations scattered across the stars? Perhaps these ancient intelligences left behind probes, artifacts, or messages scattered across the cosmos, waiting for future civilizations to discover them. If 3I.ATLAS is such an artifact, then it serves as a reminder of the transient nature of civilizations and the possibility that life in the universe is cyclical, that civilizations rise, fall, and leave behind traces of their existence, just as we may one day do. Finally, there is the possibility that 3I, Atlas, is not from another star system at all, but is instead a creation from within our own solar system, a kind of interstellar visitor sent from a future version of humanity. Could it be that, in the distant future, our descendants will develop the technology to send probes and artifacts across the stars? Could 3I, Atlas, be a product of time travel, or a future mission designed to reach back in time and communicate with us? While this idea may seem far-fetched, it raises fascinating questions about the relationship between time, space, and the potential for humanity to become part of the larger cosmic community. As we continue to study 3I, Atlas, more questions will undoubtedly arise. Its origins remain shrouded in mystery, but with each new discovery, we edge closer to understanding its purpose. Whether it is a natural object, a piece of alien technology, a relic from an ancient civilization, or a message from our future, 3I, Atlas forces us to reconsider our place in the universe. It reminds us that, despite the vast distances that separate us from the rest of the cosmos, we are all connected by the same stars, the same universe, and perhaps by the same questions. In the end, the true origin of 3I, Atlas, may never be fully known, but its presence in our solar system invites us to explore, to wonder, and to reach out to the stars, asking questions that may lead us to answers we've been seeking for millennia. The journey to understand 3I, Atlas is just beginning, and as we unravel its mysteries, we may find ourselves on the precipice of a new era of discovery, one that could forever change our understanding of life, the universe, and our place within it. What if the movement of 3I, Atlas, is not just an anomaly, but a carefully designed trajectory, intentionally engineered to reach our solar system? What if its high-speed passage, its unusual acceleration, and its course through the solar system were all part of a larger plan, one that we are just beginning to uncover? The discovery of 3I, Atlas, has introduced a new layer of mystery to our understanding of the cosmos, not just through its physical composition, but through its unexpected motion. Its journey raises the fundamental question: could this object's motion be a sign of intelligent design? Or is it simply a result of natural forces beyond our control? The trajectory of 3I, Atlas, was one of the first clues that suggested it wasn't an ordinary asteroid or comet. Unlike objects that are gravitationally bound to our solar system, 3I, Atlas, was traveling so fast that it wasn't bound by the sun's gravity. This high velocity indicated that the object wasn't a part of our solar system, but rather a visitor from another star system. Its speed, combined with its elongated, cigar-like shape, set it apart from the ordinary comets and asteroids that often pass through our solar system. The object was traveling along a hyperbolic trajectory, which meant it was on a one-way journey coming from somewhere far beyond our solar system and continuing its path out into the vastness of space. In a way, the motion of 3I, Atlas, was what first captured the attention of astronomers and sparked curiosity about its origins. But what was truly intriguing was the way the object behaved as it passed through our solar system. It didn't behave like a typical comet or asteroid, both of which typically display irregular movement and often have a visible tail when they approach the sunday. Yet 3I, Atlas showed no sign of a cometary tail, even as it passed close to the sunday. It remained bright and consistent in its appearance, which further suggested that it was not a natural object. So, what could explain its motion? One possibility is that it was propelled by a force we have yet to understand. While comets and asteroids typically follow predictable paths influenced by the sun's gravitational pull, 3I, Atlas, appeared to defy these forces. Its speed and trajectory seemed to indicate that it was moving with an unusual degree of precision, almost as though it had been launched with intent. Could this motion be the result of some form of propulsion? Could it be that an advanced civilization had designed this object to travel across interstellar space, using unknown technologies to direct its movement? The notion that 3I, Atlas's motion was intentional brings us to a fascinating idea. What if the object was deliberately aimed at our solar system? What if its passage through our corner of the universe was not random, but carefully orchestrated by an intelligent species? This theory suggests that 3I, Atlas's trajectory, was not a result of gravitational slingshots or natural forces alone, but of a purposeful design meant to bring it to our solar system. Its course, then, might be seen as a message, a sign that we are being watched or observed, and that the object's journey was always meant to culminate in its arrival in our cosmic neighborhood. But what could the object's designers have hoped to achieve by sending it on such a journey? If 3IATLAS was intentionally directed toward our solar system, its purpose could be manifold. One possibility is that it was meant to serve as a probe, a piece of exploratory technology designed to gather data about our star system, perhaps to monitor the development of life on Earth. The high-speed movement and the lack of visible emissions could be interpreted as a kind of observation mode, where the object is gathering data silently without attracting attention. The idea that 3IATLAS could be a kind of probe opens up a number of intriguing possibilities. Its lack of visible communication could suggest that it was never meant to make direct contact. Instead, it could be a passive observer, an artifact designed to silently record data about our solar system and its inhabitants. The object's speed and trajectory could then be interpreted as a form of stealth, designed to minimize the chances of detection until it had passed through the solar system. This would imply that the civilization that sent it had advanced enough technology to send probes across vast interstellar distances, but chose to do so in a way that didn't reveal their presence immediately. However, it is also possible that 3IATLAS's motion is a result of forces beyond our control, forces that we are just beginning to understand. The object's velocity and trajectory could be influenced by the dynamics of interstellar space itself, as well as by the gravitational interactions with distant stars. While some have proposed that 3IATLAS's path could have been altered by intelligent design, others argue that it could simply be following the natural forces of the cosmos, moving in a way that seems anomalous to us, only because we do not yet fully understand the forces at play. In either case, 3IATLAS challenges our understanding of motion in space. The object's unexpected journey has forced scientists to re-examine how interstellar objects move through space and what factors influence their trajectories. Theories about gravity, momentum, and acceleration have been revisited, as the motion of 3IATLAS doesn't fit neatly into any existing model of object movement. Could there be forces at play in the cosmos that we have yet to discover? Forces that allow objects like 3IATLAS to travel at such high speeds without being destroyed or caught by gravitational forces. This raises another possibility. Could 3IATLAS be part of a larger cosmic cycle, a system of interstellar objects designed to move through space and spread knowledge or messages across star systems? If so, the object's motion would be part of a much greater purpose, a long-term plan designed to connect different star systems or to observe the evolution of life across the galaxy. Perhaps the object was deliberately set on a path that would allow it to traverse the cosmos, passing through solar systems with emerging civilizations, offering them a chance to discover and explore the vastness of the universe. In this context, 3IATLAS's high speed, unusual trajectory, and lack of visible communication could be interpreted as part of a larger interstellar protocol, a design meant to maximize its effectiveness while minimizing its impact. Whatever the true cause of 3IATLAS's motion, it's clear that its passage through our solar system has opened up a wealth of possibilities and questions. The unusual nature of its movement invites us to rethink our assumptions about how objects move through space and what factors influence their paths. It also raises profound questions about the existence of intelligent life elsewhere in the universe, and whether we are being observed or studied as part of a much larger cosmic effort. As we continue to study 3IATLAS, one thing is certain: its motion is not just an anomaly. It is a key to unlocking a deeper understanding of the universe and our place within it. Whether it was intentionally designed or merely a natural occurrence, the object's passage through our solar system is a reminder of the vastness of space and the possibility that we are not as alone as we once thought. Its motion, mysterious and precise, beckons us to explore further, to ask questions, and to seek answers in the stars above. And perhaps, in doing so, we will uncover a story much larger than we ever imagined. What if 3IATLAS isn't just an object floating through space by chance? What if it is a product of a civilization far more advanced than our own, crafted with intent and designed to travel across the cosmos? The peculiarities of its shape, motion, and behavior suggest that 3IATLAS may not be a naturally occurring space rock or a comet, but rather an artifact of alien engineering. This possibility opens the door to a speculative exploration of what such an object might represent, an object not just of scientific interest, but of profound philosophical implications. To begin, let's look at the most striking feature of 3I/ATLAS, its shape. The object's elongated, cigar-like form is unlike anything we've encountered in our own solar system. Most asteroids and comets are irregular in shape, often appearing as jagged rocks or icy bodies with rough surfaces. 3I/ATLAS, on the other hand, exhibits a remarkably smooth and consistent shape, more akin to an engineered structure than a naturally formed rock. This unusual form has led some scientists to propose that 3I/ATLAS is not just a stray space rock, but an object deliberately designed for a specific purpose. The idea of alien engineering implies that the object's shape, as well as its movement and interaction with sunlight, might be the result of advanced technology, far beyond anything humanity has yet achieved. What could this object be? If 3I/ATLAS is a product of alien engineering, its purpose could range from a form of interstellar communication to a probe sent to observe and gather data from other civilizations. The fact that it is passing through our solar system without interacting directly with us or sending any clear signals could indicate that its purpose is more passive, designed to silently observe, collect data, or even send a subtle message without us fully recognizing it. In this case, the object's form could be part of a larger strategy to make it detectable by civilizations capable of recognizing it, like our own. One of the most fascinating possibilities is that 3I/ATLAS could be an interstellar probe. Probes are devices sent out by spacefaring civilizations to explore distant star systems, collect data, and communicate information back to their creators. In this scenario, 3I/ATLAS could be a probe sent from a distant alien civilization, traveling across the stars to study our solar system and its inhabitants. The fact that it is passing through our solar system, and that we have detected it, could mean that the civilization that created it anticipated the possibility of it being discovered. The object's unusual motion, its high speed and its trajectory, could be a feature of its design, allowing it to travel across interstellar distances without being hindered by gravitational forces or other obstacles. The lack of any visible communication or signs of interaction could be indicative of a passive form of data collection, where the object gathers information silently with the intention of sending it back to its creators when it reaches its final destination. But what would such a probe be designed to collect? If 3I/ATLAS is a probe, its purpose could be multifaceted. Perhaps it is studying the physical properties of our solar system, its planets, asteroids, and comets, and gathering data on the types of life that exist on Earth. It could be a long-range exploration vehicle, collecting information over vast distances and sending it back to its home civilization, much in the way we send probes to distant planets in our own solar system to study their composition and atmospheres. The lack of a tail or visible emissions could suggest that it is made of durable materials designed to withstand the harsh conditions of space travel without losing integrity over time. In this context, 3I/ATLAS could represent a form of scientific exploration far beyond the capabilities of human space missions. While humanity has sent probes like Voyager and New Horizons to the outer reaches of our solar system, the technology required to send objects like 3I/ATLAS across interstellar distances is far beyond what we can currently achieve. The idea that an alien civilization has developed such technology challenges our assumptions about the limits of space exploration and raises profound questions about what other technologies might exist in the universe. Alternatively, 3I/ATLAS could be a message, designed not to be studied in a traditional sense, but to send a signal to other civilizations across the stars. If the object is indeed a product of alien engineering, it could have been designed to make its way to specific star systems, perhaps ones that harbor intelligent life, and present itself as a kind of cosmic calling card. The object's unusual shape and brightness, its subtle reflection of light and motion, might be part of an intricate message encoded in its very design. Instead of sending radio signals or visual beacons, the civilization that created 3I/ATLAS might have opted for a more elegant form of communication, one that relies on the object's movement, structure, and interaction with the cosmos. The message, if it exists, may be one of subtlety, waiting for us to notice it and unravel its meaning. If we consider the possibility of alien engineering, another aspect of 3I/ATLAS that becomes intriguing is its composition. Although we do not yet know exactly what the object is made of, Its reflective surface and resistance to the typical behaviors of comets suggest that it might be composed of materials far beyond what we would expect from natural objects in our solar system. Could it be made of metals or alloys that we have not yet discovered? Could its surface be crafted in such a way as to withstand the extreme conditions of interstellar space, preserving its form and integrity over millennia of travel? The materials of 3IATLAS could hold the key to understanding its origin and purpose. If it is indeed an artifact created by an advanced civilization, the materials used to build it could be unlike anything we have seen before. Perhaps the object's surface is coated with a substance that makes it resilient to cosmic radiation, micrometeorite impacts, and the harsh conditions of space. Its high reflectivity could be a result of materials engineered to maximize its visibility to distant observers like ourselves, who may eventually discover it and begin to study its properties. Alternatively, the lack of typical comet-like features, such as gas emissions, could be indicative of a highly engineered object with specific properties that allow it to travel across the cosmos without the need for propulsion or external force. The speculation around the engineering of 3IATLAS forces us to confront our assumptions about the limits of technology and the possibilities that may exist beyond our current understanding. While we have only begun to scratch the surface in terms of our own space exploration, the idea that a civilization far older and more advanced than our own could have engineered such an object challenges our perception of what is possible. If 3IATLAS is indeed a product of alien engineering, it may represent not just a scientific curiosity, but a profound reminder of how much we have yet to learn. As we continue to study 3IATLAS, we may uncover more clues that will help us understand its true purpose. Whether it is a probe, a message, or an artifact from a distant civilization, 3IATLAS serves as a testament to the possibility of intelligent life beyond our planet and the potential for interstellar exploration. Its arrival is not just an astronomical event, it is a call to action, urging us to look beyond the stars and reconsider our place in the vast universe. If 3IATLAS is a creation of alien engineering, it is only the beginning, an opening to a larger narrative that could change the way we understand life, technology, and the cosmos itself. What if 3IATLAS is not just an isolated event in the history of astronomy, but a catalyst, one that shakes the very foundations of our understanding of the universe? What if its appearance in our solar system is not a random occurrence, but a deliberate moment designed to challenge our assumptions, push the boundaries of scientific knowledge, and redefine our place in the cosmos? The arrival of 3IATLAS has forced scientists and astronomers to reassess many long-standing ideas about interstellar objects and the mechanics of the universe. Its unusual trajectory, its motion, and its very nature have created a new paradigm in the study of space and the origins of celestial bodies. In many ways, it is not just the object itself that is important, but the questions it raises. Questions about the scale of the universe, the possibility of intelligent life beyond Earth, and the forces that shape the cosmos. At the heart of the mystery of 3IATLAS lies the question of its origin. The object's high speed and hyperbolic trajectory suggest that it came from a star system far beyond our own. It is the first known interstellar object to pass through our solar system, and this alone has changed the way we think about space travel and the movement of objects across vast cosmic distances. Before 3IATLAS, the idea of objects traveling between star systems seemed like science fiction, a concept reserved for futuristic technologies and imaginary space explorers. Yet, here was 3IATLAS, a physical object hurtling through our solar system from somewhere far away. This discovery forces us to reconsider the nature of space itself. We once thought of our solar system as a distinct entity, a closed system in which all objects were bound by the sun's gravity. But the passage of 3IATLAS challenges this view. It shows us that the boundaries of our solar system are far less defined than we previously believed, and that the universe itself is filled with objects that travel freely between star systems. The discovery of 3IATLAS reveals the vastness of interstellar space, a region of the universe that we have only begun to explore. It serves as a reminder that the cosmos is not isolated or compartmentalized, but a vast, interconnected expanse, where objects from different star systems can cross paths in unexpected ways. The appearance of 3IATLAS also prompts us to reconsider our understanding of the forces that govern the motion of objects in space. When scientists first observed the object, they were baffled by its speed and trajectory. Unlike typical asteroids or comets, which follow predictable, elliptical orbits within our solar system, 3I/ATLAS was moving at a hyperbolic trajectory, which means it was not bound to our Sun and was instead passing through our solar system on a one-way journey. This motion suggested that 3I/ATLAS had traveled from another star system, making it a true interstellar visitor. But how did it achieve such a trajectory? What forces allowed it to travel so fast across the vast distances between stars? This question remains unanswered, but it challenges our current understanding of the mechanics of space travel. In studying 3I/ATLAS, scientists are forced to reconsider the models they have used to explain the movement of celestial objects. If 3I/ATLAS is not just a natural space rock, but an engineered object, the question arises, how can we explain the forces that propel it across such immense distances? Are there mechanisms at play in space that we have not yet discovered? Could 3I/ATLAS be powered by a form of propulsion unknown to us? Or could it be that the object is not traveling purely by conventional means, but by forces that we have yet to understand, perhaps even a form of interstellar communication or manipulation of space-time? The discovery of 3I/ATLAS also raises questions about the existence of life beyond Earth. While we have long speculated about the possibility of intelligent life on other planets, the arrival of 3I/ATLAS suggests that we may be on the verge of confirming that we are not alone in the universe. If 3I/ATLAS is indeed a product of an advanced civilization, it would provide the first concrete evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence. The object's high-speed travel, its unusual composition, and its trajectory all suggest that it may not be a random cosmic object, but a deliberate creation sent across space for a purpose. The idea that 3I/ATLAS is an alien artifact raises profound questions about the nature of intelligence itself. What if the intelligence responsible for sending 3I/ATLAS is so far beyond our own that we cannot even begin to understand its motives or technology? If 3I/ATLAS is a probe or a message from an alien civilization, what could that civilization be like? What kind of technologies would be required to send such an object across interstellar distances? The existence of 3I/ATLAS challenges our assumptions about the limits of technology and forces us to imagine a future where we too could engage in interstellar exploration. But what if 3I/ATLAS is not just a signal from another civilization, but a challenge, a message designed to provoke us into asking questions and seeking answers? What if it is not meant to be understood immediately, but rather is intended to spark curiosity and inspire us to look beyond our own star system? In this context, the object becomes more than just a physical object. It becomes a symbol of the unknown, a reminder that we are on the cusp of a new era of discovery. The very fact that 3I/ATLAS exists, that it has crossed the boundary of our solar system, is a statement in itself. It says that the universe is larger, more complex, and more interconnected than we ever imagined. The role of 3I/ATLAS in our understanding of the universe also touches on the nature of scientific exploration itself. For centuries, we have sought answers to fundamental questions about the cosmos. We have sent probes to distant planets, studied the light from distant stars, and tried to understand the basic building blocks of the universe. But 3I/ATLAS represents something different, a discovery that challenges our existing models of space, time, and motion. It forces us to think outside the box, to consider possibilities that we have not yet even begun to explore. It is a reminder that the universe is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered, and that the answers we seek may be found in the most unexpected places. In the end, 3I/ATLAS is more than just an object. It is a window into a new understanding of the universe. It challenges our assumptions about space and time, about the nature of intelligence, and about our place in the cosmos. Its arrival in our solar system may be the first of many such events, marking the beginning of a new era of discovery and exploration. Whether it is an alien artifact, a cosmic traveler, or a random piece of space debris, 3I/ATLAS has opened the door to a new frontier. It has shown us that the universe is far more vast, complex, and mysterious than we ever imagined, and that the answers we seek may be waiting for us, just beyond the stars. What if, in the vast and incomprehensible expanse of the universe, 3I/ATLAS serves as a reminder of how small and fragile our existence truly is? What if its arrival in our solar system is not just a scientific anomaly, but a call for us to embrace cosmic humility, to recognize the sheer scale of the universe, and to reconsider our place within it? The discovery of 3IATLAS is a reminder that we are just one species, living on one planet, within one solar system, in one galaxy, among an almost unimaginable number of others. We often see ourselves as the center of our world, our societies, our accomplishments, our struggles, and yet, the arrival of an interstellar object like 3IATLAS forces us to confront the reality of just how minuscule and transient our existence is in the grand cosmic scale. For centuries, humans have looked to the stars, pondering whether we are alone in the universe or whether there are other intelligent beings out there. Our quest to understand the cosmos is driven by a desire to connect with something larger than ourselves. Yet, in our search for meaning and purpose, we have often centered the universe around our own existence. We measure distances in light years, but rarely consider the vastness of those distances in a way that truly conveys their enormity. The very idea that 3IATLAS, an object traveling across interstellar space, could have made its way to our solar system is an humbling concept in itself. This sense of cosmic humility is not new to science. Throughout history, as our understanding of the universe has evolved, we have been repeatedly humbled by the realization that the Earth is not the center of everything. Copernicus and Galileo challenged the long-held belief that the Earth was the center of the universe, and instead showed that our planet orbits the Sun, just like the other planets. But even that view has been expanded upon as we have come to understand that the Sun itself is just one star among billions, residing in a galaxy that is one of countless others in the vast expanse of the universe. The discovery of 3IATLAS only deepens this humbling perspective, reminding us that we are just one part of an unfathomably vast cosmic order. As we contemplate the journey of 3IATLAS, we are reminded of the incredible scale of the universe. The distances involved in its passage are so vast that they defy human comprehension. Even though 3IATLAS entered our solar system at high speed, it took it millions of years to travel the distance from its origin to our star. This journey from a distant star system to our own could be seen as a metaphor for the scale of the universe itself, a journey that spans eons, an unfathomable distance, and yet we only noticed it after it had passed us by. In that fleeting moment, we are reminded of how small we are in comparison to the universe, and how little we truly know about the vastness beyond our world. 3IATLAS's brief appearance in our solar system serves as a cosmic reminder that the universe is indifferent to our existence. It was not designed for us, nor does it revolve around us. The object came from a distant star system, and it will continue its journey, leaving our solar system as quietly as it arrived. Its presence here, while fascinating and mysterious, is not about us. It's a fleeting moment in the vast timeline of the universe. For humanity, it is an event worth studying. But in the grand scheme of cosmic history, it is a mere blip. In a sense, this awareness of the vast scale of the universe invites us to think more deeply about our role in the cosmos. Are we simply passengers in an infinite expanse, drifting through space with no purpose other than to survive? Or is there a larger, more profound meaning to our existence? The discovery of 3IATLAS does not answer these questions, but it encourages us to think beyond the limits of our current understanding. It forces us to recognize that the universe has existed for billions of years before we arrived, and will likely continue to exist long after we are gone. Our existence, in the grand scheme of things, is brief, and yet it is the awareness of our smallness in the face of such enormity that has inspired so much of human curiosity, exploration, and wonder. The humbling realization that 3IATLAS is just one of countless interstellar objects traveling through the universe challenges us to consider the true nature of time and space. 3IATLAS's journey spans millions, if not billions of years, and yet it took only a few months to pass through our solar system. In the same way, human history is but a moment in the long arc of time, and the lifespan of our planet is but a speck in the age of the universe. The scale of time, just like the scale of space, is beyond our normal understanding. Our existence on Earth, as a species and as individuals, is incredibly brief when compared to the vast cosmic timescales that govern the universe. Our lives, and even the history of our planet, are like a flicker of light in the infinite darkness of time. Yet, despite the immensity of the universe, It is this very awareness of our fleeting existence that makes our search for meaning so powerful. As we look to the stars, and as we study objects like 3IATLAS, we are forced to grapple with the big questions. What is our place in this vast universe? What is the purpose of our lives? And what will our legacy be in a universe that seems indifferent to our existence? Perhaps it is our awareness of this cosmic humility that drives us to explore, to seek answers, to understand. It is our desire to know more, to explore the unknown, that makes us human. In studying objects like 3IATLAS, we are not just looking at an object in space. We are looking for answers to questions that have haunted humanity for centuries. We are searching for meaning in a universe that is often indifferent to our struggles. And in this search, we find not only answers, but our purpose. The discovery of 3IATLAS is not just a scientific milestone. It is a call to reconsider our place in the universe. It reminds us that we are not the center of the cosmos, and that the universe is much larger, much more mysterious than we can comprehend. But this realization does not diminish our significance. Instead, it magnifies it. Because in this vast, unfathomable universe, the fact that we can look up and wonder, that we can seek to understand and explore, is what makes us unique. It is what makes us human. As we continue to explore the cosmos, 3IATLAS will remain a reminder of how little we truly know, but also of how much we have yet to discover. It invites us to look up at the stars with a sense of humility, curiosity, and awe. And perhaps, in the process, it will help us find our place in the universe, a place that, while small in the grand scheme of things, is significant in the story of existence. What if 3IATLAS is not just a cosmic visitor passing through our solar system, but a sign, an invitation to look deeper into the universe? What if it holds a message, a communication from an alien civilization, waiting to be understood? The idea that interstellar objects like 3IATLAS could be signals from extraterrestrial intelligence raises profound questions about our place in the cosmos and our ability to detect such messages. Throughout history, humans have sought signs from the stars. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI, has been one of the most enduring scientific endeavors, using radio telescopes to listen for signals from distant civilizations. Yet, despite decades of effort, we have found no direct evidence of alien life. Our assumption has always been that any potential message would come in the form of a recognizable signal, perhaps a radio transmission, a laser pulse, or some other form of electromagnetic radiation. However, what if the signals we are looking for are not the kind we expect? What if the true messages from alien civilizations are not sent through radio waves, but through objects like 3IATLAS that travel across the stars? The discovery of 3IATLAS has already forced scientists to rethink many of their assumptions about space objects. The fact that this object came from another star system challenges our traditional understanding of how objects move through space. Its high velocity, unusual shape, and lack of a typical comet tail indicate that it is not just a random space rock, but something more. Some have even speculated that it could be an artificial object, designed and sent by an advanced civilization to be discovered by us. But if this is the case, what is the message it carries? What does it mean for us? And how should we interpret its presence? To understand the possibility that 3IATLAS is a message, we must first consider the nature of communication itself. For humans, communication often involves words, images, or signals. We rely on language to convey meaning, using sound, light, or other signals to share information. But what if alien civilizations communicate in ways that are entirely different from our own? What if their messages are not encoded in sound or light, but in the very structure of the objects they send across the cosmos? In this context, 3IATLAS could be a form of communication that we are not yet capable of understanding. One possibility is that the unusual features of 3IATLAS, its elongated shape, its high velocity, and its smooth surface, are designed to catch the attention of civilizations like ours. Perhaps it was crafted in such a way to provoke curiosity and wonder, to inspire us to ask questions and seek answers. If this is the case, then 3IATLAS could be a deliberate effort to communicate, a form of cosmic signaling that relies on the very physical properties of the object itself. The civilization that created it may have understood that we would eventually detect it, and they may have designed it in a way that would make us stop and wonder, what is this? Where did it come from? And what does it mean? Another intriguing aspect of 3I/ATLAS is its trajectory. Unlike most comets and asteroids, which are bound by the Sun's gravity and orbit in predictable paths, 3IATLAS was traveling on a hyperbolic trajectory, meaning it was not bound to our solar system. Its path suggested that it came from another star system, and that it would continue its journey into the vast expanse of interstellar space. If 3IATLAS was deliberately sent by an alien civilization, its trajectory could be a clue as to its purpose. Perhaps it was intended to pass through our solar system at this particular moment in time, as part of a larger plan to make contact or to send a message. The fact that it was detected by astronomers at all suggests that it was not meant to be overlooked. Its path and appearance may have been carefully calculated to ensure that we would find it and begin to ask questions. This leads us to the question of what the message might be. If 3IATLAS is indeed a signal, what is it trying to tell us? The absence of any obvious signs of communication, no radio signals, no flashing lights, raises the possibility that the message is not meant to be understood in the traditional sense. Instead, the object itself could be the message. Its journey through space, its strange appearance, and its unexplained features could all be part of a larger, more abstract form of communication. Perhaps it is not a direct message, but an invitation to think differently, to challenge our assumptions about space, time, and intelligence. The very fact that 3IATLAS exists and that it has passed through our solar system is a powerful statement in itself. It suggests that we are not as isolated as we once thought, that we are part of a larger universe teeming with life, with objects, and with messages that we are just beginning to understand. The arrival of 3IATLAS may be the first of many such objects, each carrying its own message, each designed to provoke thought and inspire inquiry. But how do we begin to interpret this message? The first step is to look at the object itself and try to understand its features. The fact that it is an interstellar object, traveling at high speed and on a trajectory that suggests it came from another star system, is already significant. The shape of 3IATLAS, long, smooth, and cylindrical, stands out as something that is not typical of most space objects. Could this shape be symbolic? Could it represent something important to the civilization that created it? The absence of a cometary tail could also be significant. Comets typically shed gas and dust as they pass near the Sun, but 3IATLAS showed no such behavior. This lack of a tail could indicate that the object was designed to withstand the harsh conditions of space without releasing any material. Perhaps the object is made of materials that we have yet to understand, materials that are resistant to the effects of the Sun's heat and radiation. The fact that 3IATLAS is still intact after passing so close to the Sun suggests that it was engineered for durability, further supporting the idea that it is an artificial object. The motion of 3IATLAS is also an important clue in interpreting its message. Its high speed, combined with its hyperbolic trajectory, suggests that it was deliberately sent on this course. The path it follows is not random. It has been carefully planned to pass through our solar system at just the right time. The fact that it was detected by astronomers in 2017 means that it was visible to our telescopes, and this visibility may have been intentional. Could the creators of 3IATLAS have anticipated that we would find it, that we would study it, and that we would try to understand its origins? If so, then the object could be seen as an invitation to engage with the universe in a new way, to look beyond our planet and consider the possibility of intelligent life elsewhere in the cosmos. In the end, interpreting the message of 3IATLAS may not be as simple as decoding a series of signals or understanding a set of symbols. Instead, it may be a message that challenges us to think more deeply about our place in the universe, to reconsider our assumptions about intelligence, and to open our minds to the possibility that we are not alone. Perhaps the true message of 3IATLAS is not just about the object itself, but about the potential for discovery and the journey of exploration that lies ahead. As we continue to study 3IATLAS, we may uncover more clues that will help us understand its true purpose. It may be the first of many objects sent from across the stars, each carrying its own unique message, each offering us a glimpse into a future of interstellar communication. And as we look to the future, we may find that the universe is filled with messages waiting for us to notice, to interpret, and to understand. 3IATLAS Atlas, in its silence and mystery, may be just the beginning. What if 3IATLAS's journey across the cosmos holds deeper truths about time and distance, truths that challenge our fundamental understanding of the universe? What if its passage through our solar system is not just a singular event, but a reflection of the vast, intricate scales of time and space that govern the cosmos? As we study the object's origin, trajectory, and speed, we are forced to confront the vastness of the universe and the remarkable journey that 3IATLAS has made. It is a journey not only across space, but through time itself. The very fact that 3IATLAS arrived in our solar system from a distant star system is a humbling reminder of the vast distances that separate us from the rest of the universe. The object traveled across the unimaginable emptiness of interstellar space, a distance measured in light years before reaching our corner of the cosmos. For a long time, we have thought of the universe as a vast but finite expanse, a collection of stars and galaxies separated by enormous distances. However, 3IATLAS challenges this view by showing us that objects from other star systems can and do travel across vast distances, crossing the boundaries of the stars we once thought were unbridgeable. The journey of 3IATLAS across the cosmos has taken millions of years. Its trajectory suggests that it came from the direction of the Lyra constellation, located approximately 230 light-years from Earth. While this distance is vast by our standards, the fact that 3IATLAS is able to travel such a long way, and that we have detected it after its journey through the stars, speaks volumes about the scale of time and space involved. It is important to recognize that the object's passage through our solar system is not the culmination of a short-lived event, but rather the final step in a long journey that began millions of years ago, before humanity existed, before our planet even formed, and long before we had the technology to understand what we were witnessing. This raises a profound question. How can we truly comprehend time on the scale of interstellar distances? The concept of time is relative, dependent on the frame of reference from which we observe it. For us, a human lifespan is a mere blink of an eye in the grand scheme of the universe. Yet, for 3IATLAS, its journey began long before humanity emerged on the Earth and will continue for millennia after our species has disappeared. It has traveled across time in a way that is difficult for us to grasp, moving not just through space, but through the vast, silent corridors of the cosmos, where time unfolds on a scale that dwarfs our understanding. The very concept of interstellar travel, the idea of moving between star systems, forces us to reconsider our perception of time and distance. For us, time is typically measured in years, decades, and centuries, and distance is measured in miles or kilometers. But when we begin to think on the scale of the universe, these measurements lose their meaning. The distances between stars are so vast that they cannot be expressed in traditional terms. Light, traveling at 282 miles per second, takes years, sometimes even centuries, to travel from one star to another. In fact, the distance 3IATLAS traveled to reach us would be measured in light years, a unit that expresses how far light can travel in 1 year. To put this into perspective, consider the journey of 3IATLAS. It has traveled from a star system 230 light-years away, meaning it has been in motion for over 2 centuries just to reach the edge of our solar system. Its speed is incredible by human standards, but when placed against the vast backdrop of space, it is still just a small fraction of the distances involved. To travel from one star to another at even a fraction of the speed of light would take an unimaginable amount of time, centuries, millennia, and beyond. This is the scale of time and distance that 3IATLAS's journey embodies, a scale that we are only just beginning to understand. Moreover, the passage of time itself may be fundamentally different on the cosmic scale compared to our daily experience. Time, as we experience it on Earth, is linear. We live, age, and die within a finite span of time. But on the scale of the cosmos, time operates on a different rhythm. The motion of 3IATLAS through space is a reflection of this timeless dimension, as its journey spans the ages and carries it across the vast expanse of the universe. It has moved through time in a way that is beyond our ability to perceive. A journey that started millions of years ago and will continue long after we are gone. This realization brings us to the question of the nature of time itself. As humans, We often think of time as a series of discrete moments, each one following the other in an orderly sequence. But in the context of interstellar travel, time becomes fluid. The journey of 3IATLAS, its passage through space and time, shows us that our understanding of time is limited. Perhaps the universe operates on a different kind of timeline, one in which events unfold on a grander scale, and where the passage of time is not measured by human lifespans or the ticking of a clock. Instead, it is measured by the movement of stars, the birth and death of galaxies, and the journey of objects like 3IATLAS across vast cosmic distances. It also raises questions about the possibility of time manipulation. What if there are ways to travel through time in a manner we have not yet discovered? Could advanced civilizations have mastered the art of manipulating time itself, enabling them to send objects like 3IATLAS across the cosmos? Could time travel, in some form, be part of the technology that allowed the object to reach us? While this idea may seem speculative, it challenges us to consider the possibility that the laws of physics, as we currently understand them, are not the final word on the subject. Perhaps there are deeper, more fundamental principles of the universe that we have yet to uncover. Another consideration is the nature of interstellar travel itself. While 3IATLAS's journey may seem extraordinary to us, it is likely that interstellar travel is something that occurs more frequently than we imagine. 3IATLAS is just the first interstellar object we have detected, but there could be many others out there, moving silently across the universe, following their own paths. Each of these objects, traveling across space and time, carries with it the story of its journey, whether it is a natural object or a product of intelligent design. The more we learn about objects like 3IATLAS, the more we realize that the universe is not an empty void, but a vast, dynamic place, where time and space are constantly in motion, and where the forces of gravity, momentum, and acceleration shape the paths of objects across unimaginable distances. Ultimately, the discovery of 3IATLAS invites us to think beyond our current understanding of time and space. It forces us to confront the limitations of our perspective and to consider the possibility that the universe is far more complex and interconnected than we can currently perceive. The object's journey through space and time is a reminder of the vastness of the cosmos and of the many mysteries that remain hidden in the darkness of the universe. As we continue to explore, study, and learn from objects like 3IATLAS, we may find that our understanding of time, space, and the very nature of the universe itself will expand in ways we never imagined. And in that expansion, we will come closer to understanding our place in the grand, timeless cosmos. What if 3IATLAS is just the beginning of a new era in human history? An era in which interstellar objects pass through our solar system regularly, each one bringing with it new discoveries, new questions, and perhaps even new connections with distant civilizations? The arrival of 3IATLAS is an unprecedented event in human history, but its true significance may not lie in its singularity. Instead, it may be a harbinger of more frequent encounters with interstellar visitors. What will our reaction be when future objects like 3IATLAS enter our solar system? Will we be prepared to face the implications, both scientific and philosophical, of such encounters? The arrival of 3IATLAS has already forced us to reconsider our assumptions about space and our place in the universe. For centuries, we thought of our solar system as a relatively closed environment, with objects and bodies within it bound by the sun's gravity. The idea of objects coming from other star systems, entering our solar system, and passing through without interaction was something relegated to the realm of science fiction. But with 3IATLAS, this fiction has become reality. We are now faced with the possibility that interstellar objects could become more common visitors in our solar system, and we must ask ourselves, how will we react when the next one arrives? One of the most immediate reactions to the discovery of 3IATLAS was a sense of excitement and wonder. Here was a tangible piece of the cosmos, an object that had traveled across the stars and reached our solar system. It represented a new frontier in our understanding of the universe, a symbol of humanity's ability to detect and study objects from distant parts of the cosmos. For scientists, the discovery was a breakthrough, a rare opportunity to study an object from another star system, to learn about its composition, trajectory, and origin. In many ways, 3IATLAS was a dream come true for astronomers and space researchers. But beyond the scientific excitement, the discovery of 3IATLAS Atlas also raised deeper, more existential questions. The object's arrival in our solar system forced us to confront the reality that the universe is far more complex and interconnected than we once believed. If 3IATLAS is indeed an artificial object, or even a probe sent by an alien civilization, then the implications for humanity are profound. The object's passage through our solar system could represent the first contact, albeit indirect, with an intelligence far more advanced than our own. How will humanity react to the realization that we are not alone in the universe, that there are other intelligent beings out there, potentially watching us and reaching out to us in ways we cannot yet understand? If future interstellar objects pass through our solar system, humanity will need to grapple with questions of first contact. Will we recognize the signs of alien intelligence, or will we dismiss them as natural phenomena? How will we handle the potential discovery of advanced technologies, or the uncovering of signals that suggest intelligent life? The history of human contact with new civilizations on Earth has not always been peaceful or harmonious. From the initial encounters between indigenous peoples and explorers, to the complex interactions between different cultures throughout history, first contact often brings with it a mix of wonder, fear, misunderstanding, and conflict. The arrival of future interstellar visitors may not be so different. At the same time, the discovery of 3IATLAS has the potential to unite humanity in a common pursuit of knowledge. The object's arrival has already captured the imagination of people around the world, sparking discussions about space exploration, the search for extraterrestrial life, and the future of our species. The idea that we might not be alone in the universe is a deeply humbling and awe-inspiring concept, one that could inspire a new era of collaboration among nations, scientists, and thinkers from all corners of the Earth. The arrival of more interstellar objects could provide humanity with the opportunity to work together in pursuit of common goals, to explore the universe in ways we have never before considered, and to engage in a collective effort to understand the mysteries of the cosmos. However, there is also the possibility that the arrival of more interstellar objects could create division and fear. The unknown is often a source of anxiety, and the idea of alien intelligence, or even just the sheer unknown nature of objects like 3IATLAS, may lead to fear, skepticism, or suspicion. What if future objects are not as benign as 3IATLAS? What if they carry with them technologies, viruses, or signals that we do not fully understand? As we learn more about these objects, we will have to address the potential risks they pose. Will humanity be ready to approach these objects with the open-mindedness and scientific curiosity that has driven our progress, or will fear and suspicion cloud our judgment? One of the most important factors in how humanity will react to future interstellar visitors is how we prepare ourselves in advance. The discovery of 3IATLAS was unexpected, and we were not prepared for the questions it raised. But as we continue to study the object and its implications, we must also prepare for the future. Scientists and governments need to establish protocols for how to approach future interstellar objects, how to study them safely, and how to communicate our findings to the world. It will be essential to have a global, coordinated response to any future interstellar arrivals, one that emphasizes collaboration, transparency, and the pursuit of knowledge, rather than fear or isolationism. The arrival of future objects will also require us to rethink our technological capabilities. If interstellar objects are truly crossing the vast distances of space, it suggests that advanced technologies, such as propulsion systems or energy sources, are in play that we have not yet discovered. The study of these objects could offer humanity the opportunity to leap forward in our technological development. Just as the study of meteorites and space debris has led to breakthroughs in material science, studying interstellar objects could revolutionize our understanding of propulsion, energy, and space travel. This would be a monumental shift in how we view our future in the cosmos. But perhaps the most profound question humanity will face when future interstellar objects arrive is one of identity. What does it mean for us as a species to realize that we are not alone in the universe? The arrival of 3IATLAS has already prompted a re-evaluation of humanity's place in the cosmos. If we are not alone, if intelligent civilizations exist beyond Earth, then what does that mean for our understanding of our own existence? Will the discovery of alien intelligence challenge our beliefs, our religions, and our sense of purpose? Or will it expand our horizons, offering us a new perspective on the universe and our role in it? The arrival of future interstellar objects will force us to confront these questions head-on. It will ask us to rethink what it means to be human, what it means to belong to a planet in a vast, interconnected universe. Whether or not we are ready for such a discovery, it is clear that humanity must begin to prepare for the possibility. The discovery of 3IATLAS is just the beginning of a much larger journey, a journey that may one day lead us to encounter the true diversity of life, intelligence, and civilization in the cosmos. As we wait for the next interstellar visitor, we must remember that how we respond will shape the future of humanity and our understanding of the universe. Whether we approach the unknown with fear or curiosity, with suspicion or wonder, will define the path we take in our quest for knowledge and connection. Future interstellar arrivals could be our greatest opportunity for discovery or our greatest challenge. The question is, will we be ready to meet them? What if the universe, with all its vastness, complexity, and mystery, is not just a random assembly of stars and galaxies, but a place where meaning is waiting to be discovered? What if the very phenomena we observe, objects like 3IATLAS, comets, and asteroids, hold within them deeper messages, waiting for us to interpret them? The discovery of 3IATLAS raises profound questions about the search for meaning in the cosmos and how humanity relates to the greater universe. Is the universe filled with meaning, or are we simply looking for it where it doesn't exist? And if meaning is there, how do we begin to find it? Humans have long looked to the stars for answers. We've built telescopes, sent probes, and launched missions into space, driven by the desire to understand the cosmos and our place within it. For thousands of years, we have asked the same fundamental questions. Are we alone? What is our purpose? What is the meaning of life? The discovery of 3IATLAS, an interstellar object that has traveled across space to enter our solar system, has sparked a new chapter in this search for meaning. The object's very existence forces us to consider that the universe may not be as random and chaotic as we once thought. Instead, it could be a place of order, design, and intention. The first question raised by the discovery of 3IATLAS is whether its arrival has meaning in itself. Was its passage through our solar system simply a random event, the result of natural forces acting over millions of years? Or could it be a message, perhaps from an advanced civilization, that we are meant to interpret? For centuries, we have speculated about the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence and the possibility of communication with other civilizations. While we have never found direct evidence of alien life, the discovery of 3IATLAS invites us to reconsider that question. If 3IATLAS is indeed a deliberate visitor from another star system, it could be a sign that we are not alone, that we are being observed or even communicated with. This idea of the universe as a place of meaning is not a new one. Philosophers, scientists, and theologians have long debated the question of whether the cosmos is imbued with purpose. For some, the universe's sheer vastness and complexity suggests that it is more than a random collection of matter and energy. The intricate patterns observed in the movements of galaxies, the fine-tuning of the physical constants of the universe, and the development of life on Earth all seem to point toward a deeper, more profound meaning. Perhaps 3IATLAS is part of this grand design, a signal that we are on the brink of understanding a much larger picture. But the idea of the universe as a place of meaning is not universally accepted. For others, the vastness of space and the randomness of cosmic events suggest that the universe is indifferent to human existence. In this view, objects like 3IATLAS are simply the result of natural forces, objects that have been ejected from their star systems and are now traveling through space in a random, purposeless way. This view argues that the search for meaning in the cosmos is a projection of human desires, a way of imposing our own need for purpose onto a vast, indifferent universe. The discovery of 3IATLAS forces us to confront both of these perspectives. If the object's arrival is truly random, then its passage through our solar system holds no deeper significance. It is merely an event in the natural course of cosmic history. Yet, if 3IATLAS is an intentional, artificial object sent by an intelligent civilization, then the implications are far greater. It would suggest that the universe is not just a place of randomness, but one where meaning is actively conveyed across vast distances, and where intelligence exists beyond our planet. The search for meaning in cosmic phenomena also raises questions about the nature of intelligence itself. What defines intelligence? How do we recognize it, and how do we interpret its signals? If 3IATLAS is indeed a product of alien intelligence, it could represent an entirely different kind of communication, a communication that we are not yet equipped to understand. Its shape, trajectory, and motion may be part of a message that we cannot yet decipher, a message that requires us to expand our understanding of intelligence beyond the boundaries of human experience. One possibility is that the meaning of 3IATLAS lies in the challenge it presents to us. The very fact that this object exists and that we are able to study it forces us to confront the limits of our knowledge. It reminds us that there is still so much about the universe that we do not understand, and that the answers we seek may lie in directions we have not yet explored. In this way, 3IATLAS could be a catalyst for expanding our scientific horizons, prompting us to develop new technologies, theories, and ways of thinking about the universe. Another aspect of the search for meaning in cosmic phenomena is the question of how we, as a species, relate to the universe. If the universe is a place filled with meaning, then what role do we play in it? Are we simply observers, passive witnesses to the unfolding drama of cosmic events? Or are we active participants, capable of shaping the course of the universe through our actions and discoveries? The arrival of 3IATLAS, an object from another star system, forces us to consider these questions. It challenges us to reflect on our place in the cosmos and to recognize that we are part of something far greater than ourselves. The discovery of 3IATLAS may also be a reminder that meaning is not something that is handed to us. It is something that we must seek out, interpret, and create. If we believe that the universe holds meaning, then it is up to us to find it. It is up to us to study objects like 3IATLAS, to explore the unknown, and to search for the messages that may lie hidden in the cosmic landscape. In this sense, the search for meaning becomes a lifelong journey, one that requires curiosity, open-mindedness, and a willingness to embrace uncertainty. As we continue to study 3IATLAS and other interstellar objects, we will undoubtedly encounter new mysteries and new questions. Perhaps we will find answers to the questions it raises, or perhaps we will find that the true meaning of these objects lies in the questions themselves. In either case, the journey of discovery is itself a form of meaning, an opportunity for us to engage with the universe and with each other in ways that are profound and transformative. In the end, the search for meaning in cosmic phenomena is not just about finding answers, it is about embracing the unknown, exploring the mysteries of the universe, and recognizing that the questions we ask shape the answers we find. Whether or not we ever decipher the true meaning of 3IATLAS, its arrival serves as a reminder that the universe is vast, mysterious, and full of potential. It is up to us to look beyond the familiar, to ask the big questions, and to seek the deeper truths that lie hidden in the stars. The discovery of 3IATLAS is just the beginning of this journey, a journey that will continue to unfold as we push the boundaries of knowledge and explore the infinite possibilities of the universe. What if 3IATLAS is not just an object sent from an alien civilization, but a probe, a message that we, humans, are somehow involved in its arrival? What if, instead of being the recipients of a message from another species, we are the ones responsible for sending it across the stars? Could 3IATLAS be a product of humanity's future, a piece of our own history sent back in time, or even an artifact created to ensure that we, as a species, fulfill our own destiny in the cosmos? The idea that humanity could one day send objects like 3IATLAS into interstellar space challenges many assumptions about time, space, and our place in the universe. The concept of sending probes or messages across vast distances is something humanity has only recently begun to explore. We've already sent spacecraft to the outer edges of our solar system, and we have launched messages like the Golden Record aboard the Voyager probes, containing information about life on Earth. However, the idea that we could one day send objects between star systems, objects that could last for millennia and be discovered by future civilizations, raises profound questions about humanity's role in the universe. Could 3IATLAS be the product of our own civilization, sent by humans in the future? This idea suggests that 3IATLAS is not just an object drifting aimlessly through space, but a carefully designed artifact created by future generations of humans. Perhaps it was designed to explore distant star systems, to gather data, or to send a message to other civilizations in the galaxy. In this scenario, 3IATLAS would be a kind of time capsule, a remnant of humanity's future, traveling back in time to leave a mark on our present. It could be a reminder that, in the distant future, humanity will have developed the technology to send objects across interstellar distances, and that we will one day become part of the larger cosmic community. The concept of time travel and its potential impact on the future has been a topic of great interest for both scientists and science fiction writers. The idea that time is not a linear progression, but something that can be manipulated or reversed, raises intriguing possibilities. If we accept that time travel could one day be possible, then it opens up the possibility that 3IATLAS is not just a random object from another star system, but something that humans from the future have sent back to our time. Perhaps it is part of a larger plan to ensure that humanity becomes part of a greater interstellar community. The arrival of 3IATLAS could be the first step in a much larger effort by future humans to reach out to other civilizations across the stars. This theory also raises important questions about the nature of time itself. If 3IATLAS is indeed from the future, it suggests that time is not a fixed, linear progression, but something that can be influenced by advanced technology or even by the actions of future generations. What if our actions in the present could create ripples through time, affecting future generations and their ability to explore the cosmos? The idea that our future selves could be responsible for sending a message across time challenges the traditional understanding of causality and introduces the possibility of a circular relationship between the past, present, and future. Another intriguing aspect of this theory is the possibility that 3IATLAS could be a form of seeding, a deliberate attempt by future humanity to spread its influence across the stars. If humanity does eventually develop the technology to travel between stars, it might choose to send objects like 3IATLAS to distant star systems in the hopes of finding other intelligent civilizations. Perhaps the goal is to plant the seeds of knowledge, to share humanity's discoveries, or to pave the way for future exploration. If this is the case, then the arrival of 3IATLAS could be viewed as a kind of cosmic invitation, an invitation to future generations of humans to join a larger interstellar community. Yet, there is a more speculative angle to this idea. What if, rather than being a simple time capsule or probe, 3IATLAS is part of a larger, self-fulfilling loop in the fabric of the universe? The object could be a tool for shaping the future, a way to ensure that certain events take place, or that humanity eventually fulfills its role in the greater cosmic order. If the arrival of 3IATLAS is somehow tied to humanity's future, then its presence in our solar system could be part of a grand design, orchestrated across time. Perhaps humanity's future has already been set in motion by actions we take in the present, and 3IATLAS is just one piece of that cosmic puzzle. In this view, the arrival of the object may not be a random event, but a pivotal moment in the timeline of our species. Another fascinating aspect of this theory is the role of humanity in the future of space exploration. If we are responsible for sending objects like 3IATLAS into interstellar space, it suggests that we will one day be capable of exploring the stars in ways we can only imagine today. The technology required to send probes and messages across such vast distances would be an enormous leap forward for humanity, and the arrival of 3IATLAS could be a glimpse into that future. What kind of world would future humans live in? What technologies would they develop? And how would they interact with other civilizations across the stars? These questions are as speculative as they are profound, but they underscore the potential for humanity to evolve into a spacefaring species capable of shaping the future of the galaxy. The idea that 3IATLAS could be from the future also raises ethical and philosophical questions. If we are truly responsible for sending this object across the stars, what does it say about our relationship with the future? What responsibility do we have to future generations? And how do we ensure that our actions today contribute to the long-term survival and success of humanity? The presence of 3IATLAS in our solar system could be a call to action, a reminder that our choices today will echo across time and space, shaping the future in ways we may not fully understand. Of course, this idea remains speculative. There is no direct evidence to support the theory that 3IATLAS is from the future. nor do we yet have the technological capability to send objects across interstellar distances. However, the very possibility of such an idea challenges our understanding of time, space, and humanity's place in the universe. It invites us to think about the future in new ways, to imagine a world where humanity is no longer confined to Earth, but is actively participating in the broader cosmos. Could 3IATLAS be a clue to humanity's future? A glimpse into a time when we will become spacefaring explorers? What if we are not just waiting for extraterrestrial life to reach us, but are already shaping our own future as active participants in the cosmic order? Whether we are the recipients or the senders, the discovery of 3IATLAS serves as a powerful reminder of the potential that lies within humanity and the possibilities that await us in the stars. The mystery of 3IATLAS is not just about the object itself. It is about the future it represents and the role we will play in the larger narrative of the universe. What if consciousness itself plays a crucial role in how we explore and interact with the cosmos? What if the very act of observing, studying, and understanding the universe is not simply a passive process, but an active one that shapes the way we interpret the cosmos, and perhaps even how the universe responds to our presence? The discovery of 3IATLAS, a mysterious interstellar object passing through our solar system, raises not only scientific questions, but also deep philosophical ones about the role of human consciousness in our exploration of the universe. From the moment 3IATLAS was detected, it captured the imagination of scientists and the public alike. This strange visitor from another star system, traveling at a high speed and exhibiting unusual properties, defied easy classification. Its arrival forced us to expand our view of the universe beyond the confines of our own solar system. Yet, as we study objects like 3IATLAS, we must ask, how does our consciousness influence the way we explore and interpret the unknown? Could it be that our very awareness of objects like 3IATLAS plays a role in their meaning, or perhaps even in their existence? The concept of consciousness in relation to the cosmos is not new. Philosophers, scientists, and thinkers have long pondered the role that consciousness plays in shaping our understanding of the universe. In the 20th century, the physicist and philosopher Arthur Eddington proposed that the physical world is shaped by our consciousness and that the act of observing reality plays an integral role in how we perceive the universe. He suggested that there is no distinction between the observer and the observed, and that the universe itself may be intrinsically tied to our awareness of it. This idea, though controversial, hints at a deeper connection between consciousness and the cosmos, one that extends beyond mere observation. In the case of 3IATLAS, this concept becomes particularly intriguing. The object's arrival in our solar system might seem like a purely scientific event, driven by the natural forces of gravity and motion, but could the very fact that we, as conscious beings, are aware of its presence alter its significance? When we observe and study the universe, we are not just passive recipients of information. Our consciousness actively engages with the world around us, shaping how we interpret the data we receive. Could it be that 3IATLAS, in its mysterious journey through space, is somehow connected to our own consciousness? Perhaps its arrival is not just an accident, but a moment in time meant for us to notice, to question, and to reflect on the nature of our place in the universe. One way to understand this relationship between consciousness and cosmic exploration is through the concept of observer effect. In quantum mechanics, the observer effect suggests that the act of observation alters the state of a system. While this is most commonly discussed in the context of subatomic particles, it raises fascinating questions about the role of consciousness in our exploration of the larger universe. If the very act of observing objects like 3IATLAS shapes our understanding of them, could it also influence their behavior or their significance in ways we do not fully comprehend? Is it possible that the discovery of such an object is not merely a random occurrence, but a consequence of our growing awareness of the cosmos and our ability to observe it? The human desire to understand the universe is deeply tied to our consciousness. We have long been fascinated by the stars, driven by a deep curiosity about what lies beyond our world. The advent of space exploration, the sending of probes to distant planets, and our ability to peer into the depths of the universe with telescopes. All of these accomplishments are driven by our desire to explore and understand the unknown. But this exploration is not just a scientific endeavor, it is also a deeply personal one. Our consciousness, our ability to think, reason, and imagine, plays a key role in shaping our approach to space exploration. It is our awareness of the cosmos and our capacity for wonder that propels us forward in the quest for knowledge. Perhaps the arrival of 3IATLAS is a reminder that our consciousness is not separate from the universe, but is intrinsically tied to it. The discovery of this interstellar object forces us to expand our view of the cosmos, to consider the vastness of space and the possibility that we are not alone in it. In this sense, 3IATLAS might be seen not just as an object traveling through space, but as a reflection of our own consciousness, a mirror that invites us to contemplate the universe and our place within it. As we continue to explore the cosmos, our consciousness will continue to shape our journey. The way we interpret the data we collect, the meaning we assign to our discoveries, and the questions we ask are all influenced by the lens of human consciousness. This is why our search for meaning in the universe is not just a scientific process, but a deeply philosophical one. The act of exploration is as much about self-discovery as it is about discovering the unknown. Each new object we encounter, whether it be a distant planet, a comet, or a mysterious interstellar visitor like 3IATLAS, offers us an opportunity to reflect on our place in the cosmos and to ask deeper questions about the nature of existence. The connection between consciousness and cosmic exploration is also evident in the way we perceive the vast distances of space. When we think of space, we often think of it as an empty void, vast, cold, and indifferent. But our awareness of space, our ability to study and explore it, transforms that void into something rich with meaning. We give space purpose through our exploration, our curiosity, and our drive to understand. The distance between stars, which might seem impossibly vast and uncaring, is bridged by our consciousness. It is through our ability to imagine and reach beyond our own world that we are able to transcend the boundaries of space and time. What if the future of cosmic exploration is shaped not just by our technological advancements, but by the evolution of human consciousness itself? Could there come a time when we develop new forms of awareness, new ways of perceiving the universe that allow us to explore space in ways we cannot yet comprehend? The discovery of 3IATLAS, an object that challenges our understanding of space and time, may be just the beginning of a new era in which our consciousness evolves alongside our technological progress. As we push further into the universe, our ability to understand, communicate, and connect with the cosmos may grow in ways we cannot yet predict. The relationship between consciousness and the cosmos invites us to think about the universe not as a collection of objects and events, but as a dynamic, interconnected system in which our awareness plays a central role. The arrival of 3IATLAS may be a reminder that our exploration of the stars is not just about gathering data or finding answers. It is also about our own journey of self-discovery. The more we explore, the more we learn not just about the universe, but about ourselves. In the end, the study of objects like 3IATLAS is more than a scientific pursuit. It is a journey of consciousness, one that allows us to connect with the larger universe, to ask profound questions, and to engage with the mysteries of existence. As we continue to explore the cosmos, we may come to realize that our consciousness is not merely a passive observer of the universe, but an active participant in the unfolding story of the cosmos, a story that is still being written. 3IATLAS may be one chapter in that story, but it is also a reminder that we are part of a much larger narrative, one that we have only just begun to understand. What if 3IATLAS is not just a random visitor from another star system, but a relic, an artifact from a long-lost ancient civilization? What if the object that passed through our solar system is a remnant of an advanced species that existed eons before humanity ever walked the Earth? The very existence of 3IATLAS raises profound questions about the nature of time, civilization, and knowledge. Could this mysterious interstellar object be a piece of ancient knowledge, a message left behind by a long-extinct race that once inhabited the stars? This theory forces us to rethink the history of life in the universe and challenges our assumptions about the lifespan of intelligent civilizations. The concept of ancient civilizations is not new. On Earth, we have uncovered the remnants of ancient cultures, from the pyramids of Egypt to the ruins of Mesopotamia and the Mayan civilization. These remnants serve as evidence of the intellectual achievements and technological advancements of societies that flourished long before modern civilization emerged. But what if, on a much grander scale, the universe itself is home to ancient civilizations that predates humanity by millions or even billions of years. What if 3IATLAS is one of the few remnants of such a civilization, an object that has traveled across space and time, carrying with it the echoes of a bygone era? One possibility is that 3IATLAS is not merely a natural object, a comet or asteroid, but a product of ancient, now extinct, alien civilization. The unusual characteristics of the object, its elongated shape, high velocity, and the lack of a comet-like tail suggest that it may be engineered, not just a random piece of cosmic debris. Could it have been crafted by an advanced species that existed long before humanity, perhaps in a star system that is no longer habitable? The idea that 3IATLAS is a product of a lost civilization opens up fascinating possibilities about the longevity of intelligent life and the potential for ancient knowledge to be preserved in ways we are only beginning to understand. If we accept the idea that 3IATLAS is an artifact from an ancient civilization, the next question becomes, why was it sent? Was it meant to be discovered by other intelligent beings in the future, like humanity? Perhaps it was a form of communication, a deliberate message designed to reach civilizations long after the civilization that created it had passed away. If this is the case, then 3IATLAS could be a kind of cosmic time capsule, designed to outlast the civilization that made it and to survive across vast stretches of time and space, waiting for the day when it would be discovered by another species capable of understanding its significance. The idea of a lost or ancient civilization is not merely speculative. Scientists have long debated the possibility that advanced civilizations may have existed in the distant past, only to fall into extinction due to factors beyond their control. The vastness of the universe and the immense age of the cosmos make it conceivable that intelligent life could have arisen millions or billions of years before humanity, only to perish long before we had the means to detect their existence. In fact, the discovery of 3IATLAS could be a sign that we are not the first or even the most advanced intelligent species to have emerged in the galaxy. We could be living in the wake of civilizations that flourished long before us, leaving behind only remnants of their once great achievements. In this context, 3IATLAS could represent a message that has been traveling across the cosmos for eons, preserved in space like a message in a bottle, waiting for the right moment to be discovered. Its journey could be part of a larger pattern, one that reflects the rise and fall of intelligent civilizations throughout the universe. If ancient civilizations once existed across the stars, then there remains objects like 3IATLAS might be scattered across the galaxy, waiting to be found by the next generation of explorers. One of the most intriguing aspects of the ancient knowledge theory is the possibility that 3IATLAS contains information, scientific, cultural, or technological that could reshape our understanding of the universe. If the object is a product of a highly advanced civilization, it could carry the knowledge of that civilization, preserved in its design or structure. The materials used to construct 3IATLAS, the methods by which it was propelled across space, and the data it might contain could offer insights into technologies far beyond our current capabilities. Perhaps 3IATLAS is not just an object to be studied for its own sake, but a key to unlocking knowledge that could propel humanity to new heights. The idea that we could uncover ancient knowledge through the study of objects like 3IATLAS invites us to consider the broader implications for humanity's future. If we discover that intelligent civilizations have existed long before us, what does that mean for our own civilization? Could we, too, eventually fade into obscurity, leaving behind only artifacts for future explorers to find? The arrival of 3IATLAS could be a reminder that civilization is fragile, and that the universe is filled with the remnants of those who came before us. It could inspire us to reflect on our own place in the cosmos, and the legacy we hope to leave behind. Moreover, if 3IATLAS is a relic of an ancient civilization, it raises the question of how much knowledge may be hidden in the universe. If one object from an extinct civilization has made its way to us, could there be other artifacts scattered across the galaxy, waiting to be discovered? The idea of a universe filled with the remnants of ancient, long-dead civilizations challenges our understanding of time and space. It suggests that the universe is not a static, empty place, but one filled with the echoes of the past, waiting to be uncovered by future generations. In a broader sense, the discovery of 3 3IATLAS could signal that humanity is on the brink of discovering a deeper cosmic history, one that goes far beyond the story of Earth. If we are able to uncover the secrets of objects like 3IATLAS, we could begin to piece together the history of intelligent life in the universe, tracing the rise and fall of civilizations that have come and gone across vast stretches of time. This knowledge could be transformative, not just for science, but for our understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. It could reveal that we are not isolated in the cosmos, but part of a larger, interconnected history of life, intelligence, and exploration. But the theory of ancient knowledge also raises profound philosophical questions. If 3IATLAS is a message from a long-extinct civilization, what does that say about the nature of time, existence, and knowledge itself? Does it suggest that the universe is a cycle of birth and death, with civilizations rising and falling like the stars themselves? And if the ancient civilizations that created objects like 3IATLAS are no longer around, what becomes of their knowledge? Does it live on in the objects they left behind, or does it fade away, lost to time? These are questions we may never fully answer. Yet, the very discovery of 3IATLAS forces us to confront them. Whether it is a natural object or a piece of ancient knowledge, its arrival in our solar system is a reminder that we are not alone in the universe, that there may be much more to learn, not only about other civilizations, but about ourselves. The mystery of 3IATLAS invites us to think beyond our world, to imagine a universe filled with knowledge, history, and wisdom, waiting to be uncovered. As we continue to explore the cosmos, we may find that the true legacy of the universe is not just in the stars we see, but in the ancient stories and knowledge hidden within them, waiting for us to discover. What if the discovery of 3IATLAS is not just an astronomical event, but a fundamental turning point in our understanding of the universe, challenging not only our scientific knowledge but our very perception of existence? The arrival of 3IATLAS in our solar system raises an age-old question: are we truly alone in the universe? But beyond this simple inquiry lies a deeper philosophical conundrum. What does it mean to be alone? What is the significance of discovering that objects like 3IATLAS have crossed the void of space to enter our solar system? Does this change how we perceive our place in the cosmos, and more importantly, how we perceive the nature of life, intelligence, and existence itself? The philosophy of space and time has been a cornerstone of human thought for centuries. From the early musings of ancient civilizations to the groundbreaking theories of modern physicists like Einstein, humans have long sought to understand the true nature of the cosmos. Space, once seen as an empty backdrop for the movements of celestial bodies, is now understood to be a dynamic, interconnected fabric that can warp and bend in response to gravity. Time, once thought to be absolute and unchanging, is now understood to be relative, influenced by speed and gravity, and intertwined with the very fabric of space itself. These concepts, once abstract and theoretical, have become central to our understanding of the universe. Yet, despite our growing understanding of the mechanics of space and time, the question of whether we are alone in the universe remains an open one. For centuries, humans have looked to the stars with wonder and curiosity, wondering if life exists beyond our world. The search for extraterrestrial life, whether through scientific exploration, the search for exoplanets, or the monitoring of radio signals, has been a driving force of modern science. The discovery of 3IATLAS, an interstellar object passing through our solar system, adds a new dimension to this search. Could this object be evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence? And, if so, what does this mean for our place in the cosmos? The object's arrival forces us to reconsider what life and intelligence truly mean. Traditional scientific efforts to find extraterrestrial life have focused on the search for microbes or other simple forms of life on distant planets or moons. However, the idea that 3IATLAS could be an artificial object, a probe or message sent by an alien civilization, raises the possibility that we might encounter life not in biological form, but in a technological one. If 3IATLAS is indeed a product of extraterrestrial intelligence, it suggests that life may not be confined to the biological forms we are familiar with. Intelligence may not necessarily be bound to carbon-based life, but could manifest in ways we have yet to comprehend. This leads to a philosophical question. What if the very nature of intelligence and life is far broader than we have imagined? In a universe so vast, the possibilities for life and intelligence are virtually limitless. Life could exist in forms we cannot even conceive, whether it is based on different chemical elements, in non-biological entities like artificial intelligence, or in entirely unknown dimensions of existence. The discovery of an object like 3IATLAS challenges our assumptions about the nature of life and intelligence, suggesting that the universe is teeming with possibilities far beyond our current understanding. The idea that we may not be alone in the universe raises another profound question about our place in the cosmos. If other intelligent beings exist or have existed, how do we relate to them? The discovery of 3IATLAS, whether it is an object from an alien civilization or simply a cosmic anomaly, forces us to confront our assumptions about our uniqueness in the universe. For centuries, humans have believed that we are the pinnacle of creation, the only intelligent beings in a vast and empty universe. The possibility that we are not alone forces us to rethink our role in the grand scheme of the cosmos. Are we just another species in an endless cycle of life and death, or are we part of something much larger and more interconnected? The discovery of 3IATLAS also forces us to think about the nature of exploration. If the object is a probe or message sent from another civilization, what does this tell us about the drive to explore the cosmos? The very idea that an advanced species would send probes or messages across vast interstellar distances raises the possibility that the search for knowledge, understanding, and connection is not unique to humanity. Perhaps this drive is universal, an inherent characteristic of intelligent life that compels civilizations to reach out and explore the unknown. If 3IATLAS is a form of communication or an exploration vehicle, it serves as a reminder that the quest for knowledge and connection is not limited to us, but is a fundamental part of the cosmic experience. This idea leads to a more existential question. What is the purpose of exploration? Is it to discover new worlds, to find new life, to uncover the mysteries of the cosmos? Or is it to understand ourselves? As we study objects like 3IATLAS, we are not just searching for alien life, we are searching for ourselves. The study of the universe, the search for life beyond Earth, is as much about understanding our place in the cosmos as it is about discovering what exists beyond our planet. We seek meaning, connection, and purpose in the stars, because by exploring the universe, we are exploring our own existence and the nature of intelligence itself. The arrival of 3IATLAS could also serve as a reminder of the fragility of life and civilization. If 3IATLAS is a relic of a long-extinct civilization, it underscores the possibility that advanced civilizations rise and fall, just like everything else in the universe. The object's journey through space could be a silent testament to the rise and fall of intelligent life, reminding us that our civilization may not be permanent. If we are truly part of a larger cosmic history, then we must consider the possibility that our civilization too could one day be gone, leaving behind only the remnants of our existence for future explorers to discover. In this sense, 3IATLAS is a reminder of our own mortality, both as individuals and as a species, and encourages us to think about the legacy we will leave behind. Yet, the discovery of 3IATLAS is not just a reminder of fragility, but also of possibility. The fact that an object from another star system has made its way to us suggests that we are at the threshold of a new era of cosmic discovery. If we are able to understand the true nature of 3IATLAS, we could unlock new insights about the universe, about space travel, and perhaps even about the nature of life itself. The arrival of 3IATLAS may be the first step in a much larger journey, a journey that could reveal the truth about extraterrestrial life and intelligence, and our place in the cosmos. Finally, the question of whether we are alone in the universe is not just a scientific question, it is a deeply philosophical one. It challenges our beliefs, our assumptions, and our understanding of existence. The arrival of 3IATLAS forces us to reconsider what it means to be alive, to be intelligent, and to exist in a vast and infinite universe. Are we truly alone, or are we part of something much greater, a cosmic community of life and intelligence? The answers to these questions may be hidden in the stars, waiting for us to discover them, but the journey to find those answers is as important as the answers themselves. The discovery of 3IATLAS is not just an invitation to explore the universe, it is an invitation to explore ourselves. What if the true significance of 3IATLAS lies not in the object itself, but in the profound realization it brings about the unfathomable scale of the cosmos? What if its arrival is a subtle nudge, encouraging humanity to confront the immensity of the universe and recognize our place within it? The discovery of 3IATLAS, the first known interstellar object to pass through our solar system, forces us to reckon with the overwhelming vastness of space and the realization that we are a mere speck in an unimaginably large and complex universe. This realization challenges our ego, inviting us to reconsider our assumptions about humanity's importance and our capacity to understand the cosmos. For centuries, humans have gazed at the stars, pondering their existence and the vastness of the universe. Ancient civilizations built monuments to track the movements of celestial bodies, and philosophers questioned the nature of the cosmos. Yet, despite our advancements in science, the true scale of space has always been difficult to grasp. The distance between stars, the size of galaxies, and the expanse of interstellar space often feels so immense that they are nearly beyond our comprehension. 3IATLAS, as it speeds through our solar system from an unknown origin, serves as a humbling reminder of just how vast the universe really is. The discovery of 3IATLAS provides a tangible representation of the scale of the universe. Its journey, originating from a star system approximately 230 light-years away, took millions of years to reach us. For perspective, the light from the nearest star, Proxima Centauri, takes over 4 years to reach Earth. When we think about these distances in terms of human lifetimes, it's clear how vast the universe is. Even though 3IATLAS traveled at an incredible speed around 196.0 miles per hour, it still took millions of years to arrive in our solar system. This scale challenges our ability to understand the universe in ways that transcend our everyday experiences. In a world where we often measure distances in miles or kilometers, the vast distances between stars and galaxies can be hard to conceptualize. Light years, the distance that light travels in 1 year, about 5.88 trillion miles, become the units by which we try to comprehend the immense space between celestial bodies. Even the closest stars are separated by light years, and the vast emptiness between these stars is incomprehensible by our everyday standards. Objects like 3IATLAS remind us that these distances are not abstract concepts, but real measurements that govern the movement of objects across the universe. When we observe 3IATLAS moving through our solar system, we must recognize that this object is just one tiny speck in a universe filled with countless other objects, many of which remain undetected. The sheer number of stars, planets, asteroids, and comets that exist in the universe is mind-boggling. Our Milky Way galaxy alone contains over 100 billion stars, and scientists estimate there are more than 100 billion galaxies in the observable universe. Each of these galaxies is home to countless objects, many of which are as alien to us as the planets and stars we can observe through our telescopes. The very thought that we, on our small planet, are able to observe and study these objects feels almost surreal in the face of such overwhelming vastness. Yet, despite the enormity of the universe, humanity's desire to explore it continues to grow. The discovery of 3IATLAS represents a breakthrough moment in our efforts to study the stars beyond our own solar system. It's an object that originates from interstellar space, an area we once thought to be empty and unreachable. The fact that 3IATLAS was detected at all traveling at such high speeds, crossing the vast distances between stars, forces us to rethink our understanding of space exploration. The idea that we could one day send our own probes, missions, and messages to distant stars is no longer a distant dream. The vastness of the universe is not an obstacle, but an invitation to push further, to explore deeper, and to seek out the unknown. The notion that we are part of a universe that stretches far beyond our comprehension is not new. For millennia, humans have sought to understand the cosmos, developing theories and models to explain the motion of planets, the origin of stars, and the vastness of space itself. Yet, even as our knowledge has expanded, the size and scope of the universe remain difficult to fathom. The discovery of 3IATLAS highlights this truth more starkly than ever before. It's a physical object, not a theory or an abstract concept, that has crossed the boundaries of our solar system from an entirely different star system. It offers a tangible, real-world example of the scale of space, a reminder that the universe is not only bigger than we can imagine, but that we are part of it, trying to make sense of it. In confronting the vastness of the universe, we must also acknowledge our own place within it. Historically, humans have struggled with the idea of our significance in the cosmos. For centuries, we believed that Earth was the center of the universe, a belief that was only shaken with the heliocentric model of the solar system, proposed by Copernicus in the 16th century. Later, when we learned that the Sun is just one of many stars in a vast galaxy, the question of our place in the universe became even more pronounced. The discovery that 3IATLAS originated from another star system, and that such objects may be more common than previously thought, raises further questions about our significance. Are we truly the only intelligent beings in the universe, or are we one of many, each trying to make sense of the vast expanse around us? In some ways, the discovery of 3IATLAS can be seen as a humbling reminder of how small we are in the grand scheme of things. Yet, it also invites us to reflect on the incredible potential we have to understand the universe. As we continue to study objects like 3IATLAS, we gain insight not only into the nature of the cosmos, but into ourselves. The fact that we have the ability to detect and study such an object despite the distances involved is a testament to our ingenuity and determination as a species. While we may be small in the context of the universe, our ability to understand and explore it is unparalleled. The vastness of the cosmos challenges us to think beyond the limits of our everyday existence. It forces us to confront the impermanence of our own lives and civilizations, but it also inspires a sense of awe and curiosity. As we study the universe, we are not just discovering more about the stars, we are discovering more about ourselves, about our potential to explore and understand the cosmos. The scale of the universe is so immense that it may never be fully comprehended, but it is through this very complexity that we find meaning. In the end, 3IATLAS is more than just an object. It is a symbol of the universe's vastness and our place within it. It reminds us that the journey of discovery is ongoing, and that we are only at the beginning of understanding the scale and depth of the cosmos. The object's passage through our solar system is a small, fleeting moment in the grand timeline of the universe. Yet, for us, it represents an opportunity, a chance to expand our knowledge, to reach further into the unknown, and to understand the scale of the universe in a way that will forever alter how we perceive our place in it. The universe is vast, complex, and filled with wonder, and our journey to explore it is just beginning. What if 3IATLAS is more than just an object from another star system, but a glimpse into the future of interstellar communication? What if the object, in its strange, mysterious form, holds the key to understanding how we might one day communicate across the vast distances of space? The discovery of 3IATLAS raises profound questions about how intelligent life might communicate beyond Earth, and whether the universe is filled with methods of exchange that we have yet to understand. Could we, as humans, be on the brink of unlocking the secrets of interstellar communication? Throughout history, communication has been the foundation of human progress. From the development of written language to the invention of the telegraph, the telephone, and the internet, our ability to share information has shaped our civilization. As our technology advances, the methods and speed with which we communicate have evolved, but the ultimate challenge of communication, speaking across great distances, remains. We have always wondered whether other intelligent civilizations exist in the universe, and if they do, how we might communicate with them. The arrival of 3IATLAS could be a signal, literally or figuratively, that we are on the verge of discovering the first evidence of communication from another world. If 3IATLAS is an object deliberately sent by an alien civilization, it could represent a form of communication unlike anything we are familiar with. Instead of transmitting data through radio signals or light pulses, perhaps the message is embedded in the object itself, in its shape, its trajectory, its composition, or even the timing of its arrival. The very nature of its passage through our solar system challenges our conventional understanding of communication. It raises the possibility that intelligent life elsewhere in the universe might not communicate through the same mediums we rely on, but might instead use objects or physical phenomena as vessels for transmitting information. The study of 3IATLAS could, in this sense, open up an entirely new realm of possibilities for interstellar communication. If alien civilizations are capable of sending objects across interstellar distances, it's possible that they have developed entirely new methods of encoding and transmitting information. Instead of the familiar patterns of electromagnetic signals we use to communicate, perhaps these civilizations have discovered ways to encode messages within the very fabric of space, time, or matter itself. What if the object's movement through space carries with it a message, a cosmic language that we have yet to decipher? The idea that 3IATLAS might be more than just a stray object but a form of communication forces us to rethink what communication means in the context of the cosmos. When we study 3IATLAS, we are forced to ask, how might a truly advanced civilization communicate across such vast distances? In our modern age, we rely on radio waves, microwaves, and light to transmit information over long distances. But these signals have limitations. Radio waves, for example, lose strength over vast distances, and the time it takes for signals to travel between stars can span years, decades, or even millennia. Perhaps, then, alien civilizations have found a way to transcend these limitations, using objects as carriers of data. These objects might be sent out into the galaxy to travel across interstellar space for millions of years, only to be discovered when a civilization like ours becomes capable of detecting and understanding them. The discovery of 3IATLAS could mark the beginning of a new phase in humanity's understanding of the universe. For decades, scientists have been scanning the skies for radio signals from extraterrestrial civilizations. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI, has long been focused on finding a needle in a haystack, the faint signals sent by an alien species billions of light years away. But what if we are missing the point? What if the universe does not communicate through signals in the traditional sense? What if objects like 3IATLAS are the messages themselves, an advanced form of communication designed to be discovered, understood, and analyzed by intelligent beings like us? The prospect of interstellar communication through physical objects brings to light some fascinating possibilities. First, it suggests that communication across the vast distances of space may not require instantaneous transmission. The idea that an object can travel across light years and carry a message with it opens up the possibility of communication that transcends the limitations of speed and time. Instead of sending information that arrives in an instant, like a radio signal, interstellar communication might rely on messages that unfold over time, as objects travel across the universe and are eventually discovered by civilizations capable of interpreting them. In this way, 3IATLAS might be part of a much larger, slower network of communication, one that spans galaxies and stretches across eons. This shift in how we think about interstellar communication would fundamentally change our understanding of space exploration. Rather than focusing on sending immediate signals across vast distances, future space exploration could involve sending physical objects, probes, artifacts, or even messages in the form of coded matter that travel slowly through space over long periods of time. These objects could be designed to carry information that will eventually be uncovered by another civilization, much in the way that humanity has sent probes and messages into space, with the hope that they might one day be discovered by other life forms. But instead of relying on radio signals or laser pulses, these objects would serve as their own form of communication, encoded with information that can be deciphered upon discovery. If 3IATLAS is part of this new form of communication, it could be an invitation to engage in a new kind of interstellar dialogue, one where the messages are not sent in real time, but are encoded in the very fabric of objects that travel across the cosmos. As we continue to study 3IATLAS, we might discover new ways of reading and interpreting the universe. The object's trajectory, its shape, its material composition, and even its lack of a comet tail could hold the key to understanding how advanced civilizations encode and send messages across vast distances. Its study could mark the beginning of a new era in which humanity becomes an active participant in the greater cosmic network of communication. In the process of exploring these possibilities, we are forced to reconsider the nature of intelligence itself. If civilizations across the galaxy are communicating in ways we don't yet understand, then intelligence may not be confined to the methods and mediums we are familiar with. Perhaps intelligence is not just about processing information or sending signals, but about discovering and interpreting the universe in new ways. The search for interstellar communication is not just a technological challenge, but a philosophical one. It asks us to think differently about how intelligence works, how it manifests in the universe, and how we might one day join the larger community of intelligent life. The arrival of 3IATLAS and the questions it raises about interstellar communication highlight a profound truth. We are only beginning to scratch the surface of what is possible in the vast expanse of the cosmos. The universe is so much larger, so much more complex than we can fully comprehend. But with each new discovery, we edge closer to unlocking the mysteries of the cosmos and understanding our place within it. Whether or not 3IATLAS is a message from an alien civilization, its discovery serves as a powerful reminder of the infinite possibilities that await us as we explore the universe and attempt to understand the language of the stars. As we continue to study interstellar objects like 3IATLAS, we may find ourselves stepping into a new era of communication, one where the very fabric of space and time becomes the medium for messages that transcend the limits of speed, distance, and time. This realization forces us to broaden our perspective, not just as scientists, but as sentient beings reaching out into the unknown. The universe is speaking to us, and perhaps 3IATLAS is the first chapter of a much larger story that we have only just begun to read. The possibilities of interstellar communication are limitless, and the journey to unlock them is just beginning. What if the discovery of 3IATLAS is not just a moment in time, but a gateway, a portal that opens the way for humanity to begin its true exploration of the cosmos? What if this object, this mysterious interstellar traveler, represents the first of many such encounters that will transform our understanding of the universe and our place within it? The study of 3IATLAS may be just the beginning of an entirely new chapter in humanity's quest for knowledge. Its arrival forces us to confront the unknown, to ask questions about the very nature of existence, and to reconsider what we thought we knew about life, space, and time. The future of cosmic discovery is at our doorstep, and with it comes both enormous opportunities and profound challenges. As we contemplate the discovery of 3IATLAS, we must recognize that it is a turning point, a moment that changes the course of human history. For centuries, humans have looked up at the night sky, asking whether we are alone in the universe. The discovery of 3IATLAS offers the first tangible evidence of a phenomenon that challenges our assumptions about the cosmos. An object from another star system, passing through our solar system at high speed, defies the traditional view of the universe as a collection of isolated, self-contained star systems. Instead, it suggests that the cosmos is interconnected, that objects move freely between star systems, and that we are part of a much larger, dynamic universe than we ever imagined. The future of cosmic discovery holds endless possibilities. If 3IATLAS is the first of many interstellar visitors, it signals a new era of exploration. Just as humanity once explored the seas and then ventured into space, we now find ourselves standing on the threshold of exploring the vast, uncharted realms of interstellar space. We may soon discover that objects like 3IATLAS are more common than we realize, silent travelers, moving across the vast expanses between stars, carrying with them the potential to reveal new knowledge about the universe, other civilizations, and even our own future. The study of 3IATLAS raises the question of how we will approach the future of interstellar exploration. Will we continue to focus on our solar system, or will we take the next logical step and begin to send probes and messages to nearby star systems? With the discovery of 3IATLAS, it becomes clear that the technology needed to explore interstellar space is no longer the stuff of science fiction. In the coming years, humanity will need to develop new technologies that allow us to travel beyond the boundaries of our solar system. The potential for deep space exploration, fueled by our growing understanding of propulsion systems, artificial intelligence, and sustainable life support technologies, is vast. As we look toward the future, we must also consider how we will interpret the discoveries that await us. The discovery of 3IATLAS challenges us to think beyond the limits of our current understanding. It forces us to ask questions that we have not yet fully considered. What if other civilizations have been sending objects like 3IATLAS across the stars for millennia? What if the universe is filled with messages silent, waiting to be understood, that are encoded in the very fabric of space, time, and matter itself? The future of cosmic discovery is not just about finding new objects or exploring distant star systems. It's about unlocking the mysteries of communication, knowledge, and intelligence on a scale that we have never imagined. In this future of discovery, humanity will also need to grapple with the implications of what we might find. The discovery of alien life, or the first true evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence, would have profound consequences for society, culture, and religion. How will we react to the realization that we are not alone in the universe? Will the discovery of advanced civilizations inspire awe and wonder, or will it provoke fear and existential crisis? The arrival of 3IATLAS reminds us that the universe is not an empty void, but a place teeming with possibilities. The future of cosmic discovery will force us to reconsider what it means to be human, what it means to exist, and what our role is in the larger cosmic order. Moreover, the discovery of 3IATLAS and the potential for future interstellar encounters challenge us to think about the ethical implications of cosmic exploration. As we venture into the cosmos, what responsibilities do we have as explorers? If we encounter other civilizations, or even evidence of past civilizations, how do we interact with them? What are the ethical considerations of studying artifacts like 3IATLAS, and how do we balance the pursuit of knowledge with respect for other forms of intelligence and existence? These questions will become more pressing as we continue to expand our reach beyond Earth and into the cosmos. Humanity's place in the universe has always been a subject of deep philosophical inquiry. With the discovery of 3IATLAS, we are faced with a new perspective on our existence, a perspective that challenges the view of Earth as the center of the universe. We are no longer the sole focus of the cosmos. The vastness of the universe and the potential for intelligent life beyond our planet remind us of our smallness and our fragility. Yet, this realization should not lead to despair or nihilism. Instead, it should inspire us to seek out the unknown, to explore the stars, and to understand our place in the grand cosmic tapestry. Our significance does not come from our physical size or the limitations of our planet, but from our ability to think, to question, and to reach out into the cosmos. As we continue to study 3IATLAS and the many other objects that will inevitably follow, we must also reflect on the long-term implications of our exploration. The technologies and knowledge we gain from studying interstellar objects will have far-reaching consequences for our future. The discovery of new propulsion systems, the understanding of how to sustain life in deep space, and the ability to communicate over vast distances will all play a role in humanity's expansion into the stars. We may one day establish colonies on distant planets or moons, and the exploration of space could become a central part of human life. But with this exploration comes responsibility. The universe is not an empty, lawless expanse. As we encounter new civilizations and new worlds, we must be mindful of the lessons we have learned on Earth. The history of human exploration has often been marked by conflict, misunderstanding, and exploitation. As we step into the broader universe, we must strive to approach it with humility, respect, and a sense of stewardship. Our journey into the stars is not just about discovering new worlds, but about ensuring that we do so in a way that reflects the best of our humanity. In the end, the discovery of 3IATLAS is just the beginning of a much larger journey. It marks the start of humanity's exploration of the cosmos, an exploration that will take us beyond the confines of our solar system and into the vast reaches of space. The future of cosmic discovery is filled with limitless possibilities, but it is up to us to ensure that we approach it with the curiosity, the wisdom, and the responsibility that will shape the future of our species. As we look to the stars, we are reminded that our place in the universe is not defined by the boundaries of our planet, but by our capacity for exploration, understanding, and connection. The future of humanity is written among the stars, and it begins now.